Okay, we have the green bars, we have the live counters ticking up, so we should now be live. Which, of course, means welcome back to the Storytime Network. It is the Paradox Hour podcast, and it is the third anime stream in a row.
We are taking a break from anime streams next weekend. Trust us.
And then we'll be straight back again the weekend after with the 3+ episode check-in. But first we have to talk about the premieres.
There were several premieres this season, but overall it's a fairly underwhelming season compared to last season.
I think there was something like 37, 38 premieres. Yeah, I think 38. Because I think there's the total shows we have on our list right now is 43, and that's adding in what was it? Apothecary Diaries, Frieren, One Piece, Ragnar Crimson, and Shangri-La that are all carrying over. So yeah, 38 premieres. It will not stay at 38. I guarantee that.
No.
There are at least like half a dozen that are going to get cut.
Yep.
This is a very spare season.
Yet I still think I'm going to be watching quite as many as like 15 or 16 shows, at least until 3+ episodes.
Yeah, I gave a lot of shows 3 episodes, but I've already dropped some of those.
That's because you watch past the premieres and I don't, because my planning is terrible.
I'm capping my list at 10, not counting sequels, so...
Smart move, I can't...
Best for me.
I don't have that degree of self-control, unfortunately.
No, yeah. There are too many good shows that I actually do want to watch.
Yeah. Understandable. Anything that seems good that I will somehow miss out on will just go on the back burner, but there's a lot of new things I want to watch, a lot of old things I want to watch, and a lot of games I want to play.
Yeah, I've set myself a goal of watching finishing at least 3 shows from my backlog this season, if not more.
Mm-hmm.
I've already told you what I'm planning to do with those dub shows, so...
Yeah, you got your own little watch list there.
I mean,
several of those are 2 core.
I know.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be... I need to watch the last, 2-3 episodes of Doctor Who Series 10, and then I'll start watching the dub shows while I game.
Gotta go full gamer.
Yeah.
Gamer.
Because my brain is such that I can't concentrate on just one thing at a time.
I understand that.
Yeah,
Whenever I'm
same.
grinding, I have to put something on in the background, but I think you should just stick with YouTube.
It's an easy... YouTube and podcasts are easy background things.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, let us get started with a show I'm honestly kind of annoyed was good. It is...
What?
7th time loop, the Villainess enjoys a carefree life married to her worst enemy.
This was good.
It was good.
It was
What?
good. Annoyingly, it was good.
Damn it!
Sorry, Nmbr. They can't all be duds.
Uh...
Yeah, it helps that the protagonist is actually, a very good protagonist.
Yeah, Radisha is pretty good. I question, the fact that she's died 6 times, apparently in the same fucking war?
What?
That just keeps happening every time?
To be fair, I don't think before the 6th one, she had any way of really directly getting involved because she'd been, disinherited from her family.
I know, but I feel like by death 3, you're starting to go, maybe I should look into this a little bit more.
Perhaps.
I've died and come back 3 times. This seems like a trend. Maybe I can do some research at this run.
Maybe.
That's just me, okay?
Well, she's not a gamer like you, Mil. But yeah, no, she's still very compelling, and I am very curious about the 5th time loop, because that's the only one she doesn't go into any detail on. And there's only like a brief glimpse of what it might entail in the OP, and that's it.
Maybe that was the one where she tried to jump from the balcony again, but this time failed.
Maybe.
Just broke a neck instantly there.
No. Based on I won't tell you, actually. I'll wait until the 3+ episode check-in so you can be surprised for yourself by what little detail we get. But yeah, that one I think is being held close to the chest for some reason or another.
There's always one in these instances where it's like, oh, but this was the forbidden loop.
Yup. I am very, very curious, though, as to what it entailed. We'll just have to watch and find out.
What I will say is, this show is not good looking.
Like, the still frames are fine. The animation leaves a lot to be desired.
The hair is weird, and apparently Risha has bigger boobs than she does in the novel illustrations.
Uh-oh.
That's most anime adaptations, if we're being honest. Like, every time I see it, like, an adaptation from novel to manga to anime, they always inflate the bust size. I know why. It's because horny. It's because shamelessness. Or whatever. Regardless, I am a little bit annoyed by that, but it's not really brought attention to, really, in the actual animation, so... I'm not going to complain too much about it.
Yeah.
It's still annoying, though.
So, it's a dual production between Studio Kai and Hornets.
I have not heard of the latter. I've heard of the former.
Studio Kai has done some good stuff.
Yeah, Studio Kai is a good studio.
Because it's been doing Uma Musume, which I'm sure is where you know of it.
Yeah.
Also
and
did
Futo PI, which is great.
Also did Futo PI. Also did Super Cub.
Ooh. So yeah, they have a good track record. Maybe they just used up a lot of resources on Uma Musume and they're taking it easy this season.
I mean, it seems to imply that Hornets is probably doing most of the work.
Hornets did Somali.
Yeah, but if I remember correctly, that never looked amazing.
It looked fine.
Yeah, the artwork was fine. The animation was kind of limited at points, but it was overall still a good-looking show.
It also did Skeleton Knight in Another World.
The animation for that was never bad, that I recalled.
I mean, to be fair, there is still a gulf between bad and, not especially good.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair. Regardless, I do think this is one of the more promising premieres, helped by, an active, interesting protagonist and intriguing mystery elements. Like, there's a lot of mystery both around her, some of her previous lives, and the motivations of the man who proposed to her just at the end of the first episode.
I mean, I can't blame him, given the impression she gave him.
Oh yeah, no.
I absolutely can't blame him. Also, I mean, look, I've known Arnold, and I've known, what was his name, Dietrich.
Yeah.
For all of about 5 minutes each. I'm willing to bet any war that was started was because Dietrich is a fucking idiot.
Yeah, if it's not due to internal country factors, it's definitely due to that. And honestly, no matter who she hooks up with, she is grading up from fucking Dietrich the Clown.
I mean, I do think it was interesting that the, so-called heroine of the world did seem to be kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
If we're going by, typical villainess rules.
Yeah. Though. Yeah. I won't elaborate anymore. It will be interesting to see where the story goes from here. And I can talk more about the second episode when we go into that.
But yeah, as I said, damn this show for actually being good.
I'll add it to my plan to watch list, I guess.
Please do.
I won't finalize my list until the 3-episode check-in to make sure it's actually good, but Yeah,
that's fair.
I'll keep it on my radar.
3 episodes is usually enough, but sometimes just 1 episode is enough.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Let's move on to another very good show. It is A Sign of Affection.
This is very good.
I love Yuki so much. She's so endearing.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I just love her and her friend just wing-womaning for each other. It's just so sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Rin. Yeah. Rin wing-womaning was great.
Yeah. They're just so good.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the show looks gorgeous.
Yeah. I will say I'm not the greatest fan of the designs.
The designs are hit or miss, but
yeah, I don't hate them. But they'll probably grow on me, but
they feel very
they are
like
I think they're fairly unique compared to a lot of other similar shoujo style anime.
Mm-hmm.
It feels very similar to like those like pretty boy Korean illustrations.
Oh yeah, like
those ones.
Yeah.
It feels very similar to them, and it's mostly in the lips. Because those illustrations always have quite pronounced lips. I can sort of understand it here, because they want to, make the lips as emphasized as possible for the lip reading aspect of it, but...
Makes sense.
It doesn't change the fact that it does just... I don't particularly like it.
Yeah, that's more a you thing, though, I think.
It's not the worst design I've seen, to be fair. Fucking Kramer was so much worse. Like that had fish lips. Like Jesus.
God. Yeah, nah, that ain't good. Though, yeah, I really like the protagonist. She's a really good character. Itsuomi is pretty cool. I do wish he would, not have, patted her on the head like that. Bit odd.
Stay out of her personal bubble as much.
Given what we see of him, though, it's probably that, like, a lot of his travels take him to places where physical contact between people is more normalized, so he's just kind of gotten accustomed to that. Because Japan as a culture is a lot more touch-averse than say, like, most of Europe. Which he, based on the languages he says he knows, is where he's gone on a lot of trips.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless, respecting personal space is still a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, I know the one thing I have seen is some discourse surrounding the frustration that Yuki is fully deaf, which is overrepresented in the hard of hearing world. And the weirdness that her parent,
yeah, it's her mom,
doesn't seem to know sign language.
She signs a bit in episodes 2 and 3.
Right.
But,
okay. Okay.
I
was gonna say, like, yeah, I did notice that she did sign in episode 1 at least. They're like, that's a little weird.
Yeah, unfortunately, the only one of her acquaintances who actually signs regularly is also kind of an asshole.
Oh, that's great.
You'll meet him in episode 2.
I've heard a bit about him, yeah.
But yeah, I still think the rest of the cast is really good, though. Yeah, this is a really good one, and it's off to a great start.
I mean, hey, it accelerated pretty fucking quickly, because wanting to be in Yuki's world is, in my mind, tantamount to confession.
I'd say so.
It's close. Very close. We should probably move on before we talk more about this.
Let's move on then to our first sequel, which is Banished from the Heroes Party. I decided to live a quiet life in the countryside, Season 2.
So this is off to a fun start. It basically has Red and Rit go out on a little expedition to get a stone for their engagement ring. So that's nice. I do appreciate when a series just actually continues after the two leads become an item, you know?
Yeah.
As opposed to just like ending at the confession or the kiss or whatever. That definitely is helpful. There's also the bit of there is a side plot, a couple side plots. One of which is their old companion Yarandrala, the elf girl on the bottom right of the poster, coming to see them again because she missed them and was pissed when Gideon got kicked out of the party. And the other one follows the new bearer of the title of hero, who is bit in the uncanny valley with his attitude, which makes sense considering like last person we saw with the hero's blessing was also not in a great state, as it were. The world building around blessings is very interesting, honestly. Like, there's a lot of disturbing fridge horror around blessings and what they do to a person's free will, especially more powerful ones. But yeah, no, this is good. The dynamic between the between the main couple is really good, and they have very fun dynamics with the other members of the cast. Just a fun show. Oh, you know what? You should check out and see if this one has a dub.
It almost certainly does.
Yeah, no.
I remember you actually nominated the main couple for Best Ship in the Year-End Award for the first season.
I think it was the runner-up, yeah.
Yeah. Because we both picked Yomugi and Yume from Dinosaur, then you picked this for your runner-up. Because I had to give.
They have extremely good chemistry as a couple.
Because I had to give my gay skater boys first.
No, that's completely fair. But yeah, no, there's actual progression in the relationship across the first season, and that continues here.
Good.
The one caveat I will give is that there is fan service, but it's not something that's like overly glaring. It just pops up occasionally.
Speaking of the gay skater boys, an event is happening at some point today, and oh boy, is the fandom excited.
We are also going to be talking about a show from that same creator shortly.
But first, we have to discuss another sequel, which is bottom tier character Tomozaki-kun Season 2.
I missed the show.
I never would have believed it would get a second season, and it's finally here.
So good.
This show's fucking great.
I will say, though, I am very, very sad about all the bullying that's been going on this season, because hoo boy.
Yeah.
Tomo was an asshole.
Yeah. Pretty shitty of her to do that, especially to someone who's completely, disconnected from the reason she's pissed off in the first place.
Yeah, no, it's very clearly just her taking out her anger on the most convenient available outlet.
Yeah.
Rather than, actually confronting what she has an issue with.
Yeah, and understandable she would be upset. I mean, they intentionally kept that relationship from her, which in fairness,
they kept it from her because they thought she'd be upset about it.
Yeah, and they were right, but still, this only made that way of handling it only made it worse. But regardless, it doesn't justify her behavior at all, especially to someone who is completely unrelated to that. And yeah, pretty messed up, but looks like a central conflict will be trying to work around that, and pretty interesting seeing all the different approaches going on here. Since there is no single right answer to this kind of thing.
Yeah, no, it's very clear, they're trying to work around, trying to find a way to help both of the people who are targets of Kono's bullying, but, it's not an easy situation to navigate, especially given the general attitudes around bullying in Japan compared to, stateside. Really shitty situation all around, though. Yeah, hopefully this gives us more character development for both Tomozaki and the rest of the cast.
Yeah, I like seeing Tomozaki, how far he's come along here. Now he's trying to take control of things, which is pretty nice, pretty refreshing.
And I'm glad he's trying to help Tama as well.
But yeah, this show's great. I'm so happy it's back.
Same.
Curious. One of his goals for seemingly this season is to get a girlfriend. So curious to see what happens with that.
Yes, very curious.
Yes.
But we're probably going to have to finish this bullying subplot first.
Yeah. They're more pressing matters.
It'd be very weird if they tried to get around that.
No. Very much at the forefront. But yeah, this show's absolutely great.
Yeah. Maybe you should check this one out too, Mel.
Does it have a dub? I don't think it does.
Maybe. I don't know.
I think it did, yeah.
Oh, it does. Hey.
Yeah. So does Banished.
Excellent.
Unfortunately, Banished has a quite good cast.
Oh no.
Oh, sorry, Mill. You're stuck with that one.
I mean,
or at least give it a
I
try.
can just choose not to watch it.
You can, but will you?
I don't know.
The watch list grows.
I mean, what was it? Fucking... Red voiced by Aaron Campbell, Rit voiced by Danny Chambers, who is unfortunately one of my favorites.
Ooh.
I'm fairly sure Sabbath was also in the cast.
Oh.
Oh
yeah.
No.
How often does Big Hawk appear?
Big Hawk. He pops up every now and then.
Eric Vale, Kyle Phillips, Chris Rager.
Yeah, it's a really good voice cast.
Tia Ballard, Brandon McInnes.
God damn.
Alexis Tipton. And Justin Cook is the ADR voice director, whatever you want to call it.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a really
that's
stacked cast.
weirdly stacked.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Big Hawk pops up several times. He's fun.
I hope so. I'm imagining he's some kind of ham, if Saba is voicing him.
He is. Yeah, no, it's a really good voice cast.
Oh, what fair. But anyway, we should...
Why? Because you have less excuse to skip it?
Yeah. I mean, even if it was a less famous cast, it's still, you know... There are some really good, like, lesser-known actors now as well. I mean, just the dubbing scene in general, especially with Crunchyroll dubs, just really good now.
Oh yeah, Tomozaki also has a dub. Has Faye Mata, Adam Gibbs, Brittany Karbowski, Justin Duncan, Kate Bristol, Natalie Hoover, Amanda Lee, Stephen Fu.
I mean,
lots.
Most of those names I don't necessarily recognize, like...
Amber Connor.
Don't necessarily recognize instantly, but I'm sure it's still a good dub, because Crunchyroll does good dubs.
Yeah, because they're basically Funimation.
Yeah, they got all the Funimation folks.
I just wish fucking Sentai could keep up.
Yeah.
But anyway, we should move on to this season's, one of the season's two big mecha offerings, which is... Let me just get that name up properly. Brave Bang Bravern.
So how is this one?
The mech plays its own theme song over loudspeakers.
Yes.
That sounds fun.
Which, to be fair, is pretty fun, yeah.
Yeah, so this takes place in a somewhat grounded, semi-futuristic setting. Aliens happen, and then when our protagonist, who is about to die by laser beam, just all of a sudden, giant robot appears. It's like, hey, Isagi, I've been waiting for you. It's get inside me.
Oh yeah, the homoeroticness of this robot trying to get Asami to go inside of him, or it, or them, or whatever, was off the charts.
Again.
Oh my.
Yeah.
It feels necessary.
Yes, it's... Oh my... I love Bravern. But yeah, and it plays its own theme music by loudspeaker. And it's very, very funny.
I mean, that's...
Dang it, I'm trying to cut down on my list, damn it.
I mean, it was so wild, because, yeah, the first, I would say, good 75 to 80% of the episode was grounded. There were mechs, but they were more of the, I would say, 86 variety. In that they weren't, you know, humanoid. You know, it was joint training exercises with a bunch of the top countries, including America and Japan, which means we have a character called Lewis Smith.
Yeah.
And, you know, it got really dark when the aliens invaded and people were fucking dying left, right, and center. And then, yeah, this motherfucker comes in basically blaring Stars and Stripes and starts taking it to the aliens.
Yeah, it's a very grounded... To put it this way, this is a grounded mecha setting that suddenly has super robot bullshit happening in it. And it is taken 100% seriously, and these characters don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
And it is so good, especially in episode 2. Oh my god.
Oh, this is Psy Games, no wonder.
Yes, it's Psy Games. I thoroughly enjoy it.
I mean, I wanna just take you through the latter half of my mini summary for it, which was Earth attacked before Isami's challenge can happen. Traditional weaponry useless, everyone dying, world in chaos. Weird cheesy mech arrives to save Isami, destroys enemy nearby while playing the mech's theme song.
Yes.
It is that abrupt.
It happens so suddenly, and I think it's on purpose.
Yeah. No, I mean, it leaves a good impression, and this is an original, so, I approve of when originals, use their lack of source material like this, because obviously if there was a manga or something like that, we would all go, yeah, we know what's coming. We know what's coming. This fucking mech's gonna turn up, and it's gonna be all fine, but because we didn't, it was like, weird, okay. A lot of people on this cast list are dying earlier than I thought they would. I will say, certainly when they were in the mechs, I think I did have trouble keeping track of Satake and Isami, and like
because they look exactly the fucking same.
Yeah, they look very similar. They're both like pretty slim, dark-haired guys.
You have to go off their freaking code names, because yeah.
And as I said to Nmbr before the stream started, unfortunately, I was quite tired when I watched this, and I was watching it off the back of Snap Basue. So my brain was not in full gear, so I never really figured out which code names was which.
Yeah, Isami's, I forget the name, but he's like number 5, and the other guy was like number 1. Daidara, Daidara 5.
Yeah, I remember Daidara
sure
being one of them.
Yeah.
But, yeah. At your urging Nmbr, I will give this 3 episodes.
Yes, please. I think you will thoroughly enjoy it if you continue with it. You just gotta give it that fair shake. Because episode 2 absolutely sold me. This show is keenly aware of what it is doing, and it is having so much fun with it.
Put it this way: if I do end up dropping it, I'm almost certain it will not be because the show is bad. It will just be because mecha is not one of my genres that I necessarily get into very easily.
That's fair, but oh god, this show's. It's great.
It's very possible that this bullshit will manage to get me, which again I fear, considering my list already. But we will see.
Yeah, it loves its bullshit.
Yeah. Speaking of weird and crazy bullshit, though, we move on to Bucchigiri.
Oh my god. Okay, before we talk about this, let's clear the air. So, are we calling him Arajin or Aladdin?
Let's give Bucchigiri its let's let them have this. We all know it's fucking Aladdin, but let's just give them Arajin.
Alright. Yeah. It's so funny because, the subs say Arajin, but in English, it's literally there multiple times, Aladdin.
Yeah.
So it's...
Yeah. Like, this one, I have conflicting feelings about this one, because I didn't really gel with the story on this one as much, but the presentation is excellent.
I mean, yeah, it's MAPPA. Even if it's clearly one of the MAPPA series that they are just doing to make money, it is still.
This is an original.
Good MAPPA.
Yeah.
This is the rare MAPPA original, which is very refreshing.
I think the last one might have been Remain.
Maybe.
That fucking polo anime from 2021.
Oh yeah.
That wasn't terrible, but could have been better, which this may very well fall into.
Yeah, I am concerned, especially since the only real major female character is,
Upper
Okan, who manipulates boys into getting beat the shit out of them by her brother.
I did not trust her from minute 1.
No, she's very sus, and
she was sus, and she is sus.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am very more than a little off-put by the whole thing.
Hey, you know what? Arajin's mom is great.
Oh, she's great.
She is.
She just doesn't have much screen time.
Yeah, she is very committed to getting her son a girl.
Which is that's great. W.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna give this one 3 episodes because I have no idea if I'm gonna gel with it or not.
Same.
I'm being honest.
The more I watch, the more I gel with it. I watched episode 2 earlier, and I don't know. I think I'm on board with this show's bullshit too. I don't know. There are definitely things I don't like about it, but the more it keeps swinging, the more I'm buying into it. It's just fun.
To be fair, I did quite like the dynamic between Arajin and Senya. I do think if they make that, the central point of the show, it'll work quite well.
It's a big part of episode 2. One thing I will say is that I'm pretty sure Arajin will lose his virginity by the end of the show, and it won't be with a woman.
Yeah, this
show is gay. There's no way to play this show straight. It is gay, and I'm happy it is.
I can only assume this is
the same director who did Skate.
Yeah, it's the same director who did Skate, same director who's
there we fucking go.
Who's done Free. So
she has a signature.
Yeah.
And I can only hope that if this does turn out to be actually gay, that she was using this as practice for Skate.
Yeah, this is I don't know what beef he has with his childhood friend there, but they fucking they gotta be fucking. I'm certain of it. I bet my life on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have fun with this despite the minor issues I have with it. But I so far at least I'm having fun, especially since again it's a breath of fresh air from Mappa.
I'll give it 3 episodes, like I said.
I mean, what I might do, I might watch it when the dub comes out. If it doesn't entirely sell me, because it is getting a dub.
Okay.
And obviously, watching stuff dubs does give it a little bit more leeway.
What I might do is there's also the chance that I might put this on hold after 3 episodes if it doesn't gel with me because it's an original, so I have no idea where the hell it's gonna go.
Yeah,
so
that's the thing.
Put it on hold and
originals
just
are
wait
always
and
a gamble.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might just put it on hold, wait and see, and if I hear good things about the whole run, I'll just watch the rest of it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm at least watching
really
3 episodes.
Yeah. I'll give it 3 episodes, and if I find I kind of want more, but I don't want to take any chances, I'll just wait for the whole thing to finish and check it out at the end if I hear good things.
Okay, so past Mappa originals, are we counting Tact Op Destiny as an original, by the way?
Yes, because that was the launch of a franchise.
So Tact Op Destiny was middling.
It had great presentation, but very middling story.
To be fair, it was establishing a mobile game, so maybe we can cut it some slack there. Remain was fairly decent. It was pretty enjoyable, just had some weird story decisions.
Zombieland Saga.
I'm noticing a trend here.
Zombieland Saga. Yasuke was an original, I believe.
Oh yeah, Yasuke. Shit, I forgot about Yasuke.
I didn't watch that one. I've heard very mixed things about it.
It's decent. It's nothing amazing, but I enjoyed it well enough. But it's another weird one with a few weird decisions. So yeah, I'm noticing a trend here.
Gymnastic Samurai, which was very good. If a weird decision with the giant bird that looked like it could eat the little girl.
I remember
that. Which was very mid.
Listener probably suffered a little bit because of the pandemic.
Yeah. Oh, and Sarazanmai.
We're not giving Mappa credit for Sarazanmai. We all know what we're giving credit for Sarazanmai to.
It's Ikuhara's bullshit. It is 100%
true.
Ikuhara's bullshit. And before that was the first season of Zombieland Saga, which was fucking excellent.
Yeah.
And Yuri on Ice, I guess.
Oh yeah,
that
movie's never coming out.
No, it's not. It's been tucked away in a drawer somewhere, and Mappa has completely forgotten about it.
Yeah. Mappa's originals have a mixed track record, but we should move on before we get too caught up in the weeds there.
Let's move on to the trash then, I guess. Moving on to Chained Soldier.
Oh boy.
Yeah, this is not nowhere near the worst of the trash shows this season, if I'm being honest.
I'm sure it's not.
That says more about the other trash shows than it does about this one.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You are correct. You are correct.
Knowing the main example of those other trash shows, it says more about that show than it does Chained Soldier.
We'll get to that one in a bit. This one, it's enjoyable trash. It is very unapologetic about what it is. Like,
I can at least give credit for that, but
look, if you're into the kind of trash that this is, then you will enjoy it. If not, you won't. I have heard that some stuff in the manga did kind of have to get trimmed out a little bit for pacing reasons, but like, this does seem like a case of an adaptation where it's an advertisement for the manga, basically. But yeah, now this one is unapologetically trashy, but it's still fun in that regard. Like, if you are willing to or rather, if you are in the mode to enjoy some very fun, ecchi action shonen, battle shonen, you will have a good time with this. Otherwise, it's not for you. More or less where a lot of shows like this fall.
Yeah.
The characters are pretty fun, to be fair, and it does have a more unique theming to its etchiness than most, but with the whole BDSM thing. And I think it handles the issue of consent a tad bit better than another show we will be talking about.
We should have just taken that show off the list.
Honestly.
Too late now.
Yeah.
We'll discuss that in a bit, but yes. Yeah, with this one, what I might do is I just might watch it on the side and not bother talking about giving updates on this one, because there's not really much of a point.
Fair.
Yeah.
But yes.
Move on, though, to Cherry Magic. 30 Years of Virginity can make you a wizard?
This one's good.
Yeah.
It's nice to have a yaoi that isn't super rapey.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I did like that, and I like that it's it's adult characters. You have no idea how nice it is to have at least 2 shows with adult casts with romances, because A Sign of Affection is also adults.
Yeah, they're all college students.
Thank God.
We need more romances between adult characters, goddammit.
Yeah. Yeah, this was pretty good. I think I still need to know more about the characters before I can really get a lock on it. But
this one's definitely worth a 3-episode check at the very least.
Yeah, no, it's definitely getting 3 episodes from me for sure. If nothing else, because we just do not get enough fucking male love stuff. I hesitate to call it boys love because obviously they are, adults, but
you could just
yaoi.
Say gay romance.
Gay romance,
yaoi.
Yeah.
Yaoi is implicitly more trashy. I don't know why, but I've heard that be the delineation. Like, yaoi is more more pornographic than BL. I don't know how or why the distinction is made, though.
Yeah.
That's dumb, but okay.
It is dumb. I agree.
Because we say Yuri all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just do not get enough fucking gay stuff, in terms of male. Like, you get a fair amount of, do get a fair amount of Yuri, more often than not, even if it is just subtextual, but, you know.
We need more Yuri, though. We can never have too much. We need more yaoi as well, though, because we can never have too much of that, as long as it's not, you know, super rapey, like some of the... That is my chief complaint about the genre. A lot of the stuff is very just bad about dealing with consent. This one actually has consent as a like a sub-theme, which is nice.
Yeah. You know, it's really nice that Kurosawa is, like, holding...
He's a good dude.
Yeah, he's a good dude, you know. He's not, you know, forcing situations here. And it is nice that Adachi at the end is like, I don't want to stream on if I don't have any intention, so I've got to figure out what the fuck this is first. Even if, you know, whatchamacallit, the way he did it was not great.
Yeah.
But this is clearly a dude who has no experience with romance.
He's a very awkward dude. I do find the central base premise of this kind of silly, but at the same time, it's kind of necessary to actually do the story.
Yeah. I'm willing to allow it. It's dumb, but fine. But yeah, it's just nice to get, you know, as you said, a non-rapey yaoi. But let's move on to another sequel, which is The Dangers in My Heart Season 2.
How are these two so fucking cute?
I'm gonna be honest, I watched the first 2 episodes.
I've watched all 3 of the episodes that have come out so far.
Yeah.
It's so good. The dance in the opening is just so precious.
So, like, usually I would be, like, not as high on something like that, because I'd be like, I don't feel like it matches Ishikawa's character to be dancing in public like that. But this boy is so down bad that he would do anything Anna said.
And 2, I don't blame him. She's an absolute sweetheart. And also, like, very clearly just as down bad for him as he is for her.
Yeah. I mean, look, for the love of God, Ishikawa, please get out of the river before you drown in denial.
Oh, nope. He's already seen crocodile bellies. That's not a good sign.
He is going to die in that river if he doesn't fucking get his head out of his ass.
Yeah, no. The interactions between these two are absolutely precious. Also, they released a bunch of shorts that basically took place between the episodes of last season. Those were also very adorable.
Yeah. I didn't watch every single one of them because I was like, I still got a fair amount to watch, and while this is cute, I'd rather just make my way forward.
Understandable.
But yeah, the ones that I did see were cute and were good. And yeah, Ishikawa is going through puberty finally.
Yeah, his voice is cracking and all that. Oh, and he's finally got the cast off, too.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
I mean, that's the one thing I both love and hate about this series, is it is frighteningly accurate to the teen experience.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Which, as I said, is both a good thing and a bad thing.
Look, these kids are awkward because they are such wonderful dumbasses. But yeah, the dynamics amongst the cast are really good.
Yeah.
But it's probably for the best that this is a sequel, because otherwise, you know what I would put for best ship of the season already.
I'm fairly sure you did when it aired.
I might have. Let me look.
Did you? Because obviously that was a very rom-com heavy season. No, you did.
That was a very stacked season. I'm looking.
You did.
Okay. Yeah, that tracks.
In fact...
Yeah, it was them as my winner, and...
Yeah. Runner-up was...
Your end was difficult.
Yeah, runner-up was Gunter and Isaki.
Yep.
From Insomniacs.
It was a very good season for romance.
It was a very good season for romances, and this season is carrying that torch onwards.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with this show, because yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
I hope they confess. The confession comes sooner rather than later.
I hope it comes this season. That'd be so nice.
I mean,
wait. They still haven't confessed?
No. That's why. That's why I'm
awkward
saying
middle schoolers.
I've seen images on Twitter that made me believe that they're already dating. Wait, what?
No, that's why I said Ichikawa is drowning in denial.
To be fair, they are basically dating in all but name.
So basically, what's happening is Anna is, despite her personality, surprisingly self-conscious about driving people away with her behavior, so I'm guessing that's probably why she's not confessed, even though it is very clear, how she feels about him. And Ichikawa is a fucking idiot, and while he has he has now admitted his own feelings for Anna in his head, still hasn't got it through his thick fucking skull that she feels the same about him.
Correct.
Like she so basically at the end of the premiere, Anna lost the keychain that Kyotaro got for her, and Kyotaro goes out into the snow to find it, and searches for ages, and finally do find it. And Anna's like, "Hey, my apartment's nearby. Why don't you come in to warm up?" And even after all the shit that goes on in that episode of them in Anna's apartment, he's still just like, "Oh, she invited me over like I was just one of her girlfriends."
He is such an oblivious dumbass.
Okay, bro. Oh my
dude, please.
Dude.
His head is so far up his ass.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Also funny is that Anna's father clearly saw him wearing Anna's tracksuit after that. And Anna's dad is a big fucking dude. That is a big man.
He is built. You can tell where Anna got her height from.
It definitely isn't the mum, because Anna's already taller than her.
Yeah. No, her dad's fucking huge.
But we should move on to Delicious in Dungeon.
This one's so good.
It was pretty fun.
The dubcast is really good too.
The dub's decent. It might have just been my mood when I was watching it, but I wasn't that huge on the premiere for it.
So I think one thing they rushed the whole mechanic of being taken out, their corpses being taken out of the dungeon and resurrected, because that wasn't something I particularly. I mean, I didn't get it during the episode. I had to check. I I think it was one of the reviews they explained it. I was like, oh, okay, that makes a bit more sense. They didn't explain that. And this feels like a show that should have cartoonier faces.
Yeah.
Like,
the faces do get pretty damn cartoony.
There are some decent faces, but there are no, like, over-the-top stretchy faces that I would expect. Especially from Marcel.
Marcel is the best character in this show, if I'm being honest.
I have a soft spot for Senshi.
Senshi's also good. Helps that he's voiced by Prosody.
No, Sungwon Cho is great. Is doing a very good job. I mean, to be fair, the main cast of characters is, like, really good.
They bounce off each other really well.
Yeah, I was gonna say they do have a good rapport here,
and it's a good voice cast because you've got Laios, voiced by Damien Haas, who voiced Kyoka in My Happy Marriage. Marcel is voiced by Emily Rudd, who is the live-action actress for Nami in One Piece. Which kind of shows she's not giving a bad performance, but is definitely not, you can tell she is not a VA by trade.
Sayaka Senbongi does a better job, I think.
I'm not shocked because Sayaka Senbongi is fucking amazing.
Yeah, no, she is.
Like, she is one of the better voice actresses out there.
Yeah.
So that doesn't shock me. As I said, you got Sungwon Cho for Senshi, and you've got Casey Mongio for Chilchuk.
Yeah, the voice cast is fairly good. I will say, I do like the character dynamics so far. They're very fun. Especially the bouncing of top-tier girl failure Marcel against the wackiness that is Laios' obsession with eating monsters.
So, here's where there's two things I want to mention from that premiere episode. First is the fact that they made a fucking Pokemon reference.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, when they said the duck with the green onion, that's far-fetched.
Oh my! I completely missed that, but yeah, okay.
I didn't remember. I'm not a Pokemon fan, so I didn't remember its name instantly. But when they said duck with green onion, I was like, I'm certain that's a Pokemon. I am certain that's a fucking Pokemon, and I googled it, and yeah.
Is that a motherfucking Pokemon reference?
And the other one was after Marcel was freed from the plant. And Laios was like, did it feel good to be squeezed in there? The fucking reaction shot was like from one of those fucking meme compilations you get on YouTube of like funny moments where they just zoom in on a face and you can see the text around them going, what the fuck, bro? What the fuck?
Yeah, that was good.
The dynamic between those two is just so fun. The cast has a great dynamic overall, but like...
Yeah.
Marcel does a great job playing straight woman to Laios.
Yeah, I do hope that the cast is expanded outwards at some point.
From what I've heard of fans of the manga, it takes like about a volume or two to like get going in terms of plot stuff. Like first volume or two is very like focused on just the dungeon food and stuff.
Yeah.
But they slowly expand the cast out after around that point. I don't know the details because I haven't read the manga.
Yeah.
But I'm having a blast with this one so far.
I mean,
the dungeon monsters are very unique and interesting, I think.
Yeah. But even outside of the main cast, the dub actors that have been announced thus far are really good. AJ Beckles, Amber Lee Connors, Mick Lauer, Maren Miller.
God damn.
So those are some really good names. Oh, Todd Habercorn is the narrator.
Interesting.
But yeah, this was pretty good. Again, watching it dubbed helps. I'm not sure if this is a show that would be able to keep my attention if I was watching it subbed.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I'm definitely gonna watch more, but
again, this feels like a show I could absolutely just fucking watch while I was gaming, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Like just not really have to pay too much attention to it because like nothing going on is like hugely deep or impactful. It's just a chill time. These 4 idiots fucking cooking monsters.
It's got good vibes.
Yeah. Some delicious monsters.
And I imagine I imagine part of the reason it's gotten such hype is just because it's done by Trigger.
Oh yeah.
No, the manga is super popular. It's those two factors in concert with each other, I think.
Yeah. I never heard of the manga before the anime was announced.
Oh, I had. But yes, what was I gonna say? Shoot. I do think the monster designs and have gotten more and more unique with each passing episode, because episode 3 has a really interesting monster concept to it.
Alright.
But yeah, I'm enjoying this one quite a lot. It's a very fun one for me.
Fair enough.
Probably move on though.
Yeah.
Because we talked about this one for almost 10 minutes.
I mean, yeah.
To be fair, I think we're making good time. I think
there will be others. There will be others that we really do not talk about much.
That is completely fair.
But yes, let's move on to Delusional Monthly Magazine. This was weird.
You watched this?
Yeah, I mean it was. Yeah. No, it wasn't on my list, was it? Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, it was on my list. No, it wasn't on my list. It was on your list.
Yeah, it was on my list. I watched it, but I didn't know you watched it.
Yeah, I was sort of interested in watching it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, so was I by the trailer. It just seems really weird. Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah, this is one of the ones that's getting 3 episodes from me, and I have a feeling it probably isn't going to survive those 3 episodes.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I want to give it a fair shake though, because it is an original.
Yeah,
a lot of originals this season.
Good.
Yeah.
Fucking 2023 was very light on good originals,
as we can see by the Anime Awards.
Oh, don't get me started on that. How the fuck?
No.
How the fuck did Marginal Service make it onto that fucking nomination list? How?
Literally, High Card and Yohane are both right there.
Yohane I can sort of get. Like, you could... I think High Card is already on the list anyway, but,
No, High Card wasn't.
Really? I thought it was.
No,
that's a weird thing to snub in favor of Marginal Service of all things.
That's the thing, right? Like, High Card's no masterpiece, but it is substantially better than Marginal Service.
Oh my god, it isn't. Yeah, fucking put High Card on there. It was kind of shit, but, you know, better than Marginal Service. Put Revenger on there. Revenger was pretty decent.
Let's get back on track.
Put Shinobi no with fucking Toki on there.
We should probably re-rail before we get too off track.
Yeah. This was just fucking weird.
Yeah, it's really weird. I'm not quite sure what to make of it yet. It seems to have some neat ideas.
I mean, again, I will give you an excerpt from my summary. Also chased by men in black who don't know what they're doing, almost beaten by Digger until MacGuffin concusses Taro and turns him into a furry.
Yes.
That's basically what happens in the climax.
Yeah, I do find it funny how those guys basically did not know what they were supposed to be doing.
Yeah, they were there just like, are we after that? I don't know. Yeah, we're after that.
Yeah, sure,
yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah. Give us the thing.
Yeah, they threw a lot at us from a world building perspective that I didn't really care about.
I like some of it. I like how the main guy is only doing the magazine thing just so that he can just get by until he marries into someone who will basically provide, so that he can
just
be a
wants to be a
husband.
house husband. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I can understand it.
I get it. I get it. I absolutely get it.
But yeah, it's also like painfully bright in terms of the color scheme.
It's very colorful and very bright. Oh, I do like the dog.
I like the dog. I kind of like the kid as well.
The kid's also pretty good. Who has healing powers for some reason.
Yeah, that was also weird.
It was like, yeah, okay, I'll just use my healing power. Wait, what? Why do you have healing powers? We can kind of get why the other guy turns into a furry, but why do you have healing powers?
Yeah, I don't know. As said, I'm giving it 3 episodes. I don't think it'll survive those 3 episodes. I really don't.
But you know what? This shit's weird, and there seems to be some sort of vision behind it, so I'll give it a fair shake.
I mean,
it
this is
deserves that
fucking
much, at least.
OLM Team Yoshioka. So they've done fucking they've done the Heretical Last Boss Queen, and they did what the fuck was the name of it? Total Fantasy Knockout. That was how we shortened it.
I don't believe either of those had the best production values.
No.
And this doesn't either.
I liked Last Boss Queen, but not from an animation perspective.
Oh no, that was all plot and no animation.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's move on to something else that I don't think will survive the 3 episodes I'm giving it. Because we move on to The Demon Prince of Momochi House.
Oh, you're giving this 3 episodes? I'm dropping it on the spot.
Fair enough.
We don't get a lot of shoujo anime, so I wanted to give this one a fair shake, but I am so fucking bored.
Yeah, that's fair.
Honestly, you know what? If I'm gonna give Bang Bravern 3 episodes, fuck it, I'm just gonna drop this.
Let's go. Bang Bravern's the better show.
I just didn't care about it at all. Like,
it's very hard. Literally, the only character I have any investment in whatsoever is the protagonist, and even then, she's like not particularly compelling.
No, Himari's not great.
She's okay. I've seen this all before. Is the thing like
it's called Fruits Basket.
Oh my god, it is Fruits. Oh my fucking god, it's Fruits Basket.
Wow, it took you this long to realize. It took you this long to realize that. Wow.
I knew this reminded me of something. Oh my god, this is just fucking Fruits Basket.
It is, yeah.
It's Fruits Basket with the serial numbers filed off and with a yokai paint slapped on it instead.
Yeah, they just go whole hog into the yokai thing, which I don't think works. I mean, it's okay.
It also has the unfortunate shoujo pitfall of having just pretty boys out the wazoo in place of, you know, actual substance to any of the characters.
Yeah, there's the deadpan guy who's good at cooking, there's the shitty guy who acts like Bakugo, and then there's the main guy who's kind of just boring.
He's cardboard.
Yeah.
You could replace him with a sexy cardboard cutout and it would be just as much character development.
I mean, he's a nice guy, but it honestly feels kind of like sinisterly nice guy.
Yeah, kinda, yeah.
Also is the thing that puts me off this show is Aoi is self-proclaimed to be 17. I don't trust that. Not one bit.
Yeah, there's some weird yokai nonsense going on, I'm sure. I think I'm just going to drop this one because I don't think the 3rd episode is going to convince me to, you know, watch more of this.
I mean, look, 100% Aoi's been stuck there for like 30 years.
Maybe time just moves slower in Narnia. I mean, in Momochi House.
I mean, clearly they've had no exposure to the outside world, and something about
I don't even know what a fucking smartphone is.
Yeah, breaks smartphones as well.
Oh yeah, kind of. I mean, he didn't do.
That's
it on purpose,
also pretty shitty.
He didn't do it on purpose, but like, bruh, it's like, damn. Also, I will say I do kind of feel for the protagonist because she inherited this house and turned out these 3 freaking weirdos who are living in it. I'd be pretty frustrated too.
Also, shit's haunted as fuck.
Yeah, and one of these dudes is fucking trying to gaslight her about the fucking will.
Yeah, that's
he's trying to
shitty.
gaslight gatekeep world boss his way into.
And it's definitely gaslighting because I mean, we see during the episode that she definitely has the fucking the blood of Momochi in her, and he's still trying to say, the will might not be real, yeah.
Also, I do have a question. So you have a will. Do you not have like a deed or anything like that, like definitive proof that you own this property? Because if you were set to inherit it, I would imagine that you would also have that, which would be a bit more definitive. I don't know.
You're expecting a lot from this show.
I guess I am. I'm expecting. Shame on me for expecting the bare minimum. Like, come on, bro.
You have expectations? Well, fuck you then.
Yeah, it's not offensively bad, but it is pretty boring.
It's very dull, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Not helped by the very limited animation.
Yeah, the guys aren't even that hot either, to be honest.
No, not especially.
I do feel kind of bad because shoujo tend to get short shrift in terms of production values.
Yeah.
Like, for every fruits basket, there's 10 of these.
Yeah, God.
I mean, the point is there is actually better shoujo this season.
Yeah, A Sign of Affection is right fucking there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, there's a couple others that would probably qualify as shoujo, like Seventh Time Loop and Dr. Elise, which we'll be getting to shortly.
Well, we might as well just move on to it now.
Yeah. Speaking of which,
let's move on to Dr. Elise, the royal lady with the lamp.
I like this one. The first episode is probably different from the rest of the show in terms of, what it's going for, but goddamn if that's not a compelling opening episode. Like, did either of you watch this?
No.
No, I did not, so sell me on it a little bit.
So, the first episode focuses almost entirely on her pre-isekai life, except she already got reverse isekai'd and lived out a life as an orphan in the modern world, and decided to atone for her fuck-ups as, probably a villainess type character by becoming a doctor and saving as many lives as she possibly could.
I see. Okay.
And basically, most of the episode's just like setting up how her life is in this world, showing like she has friends, she has a very strong professional life, she's admired for her skill as a surgeon. She gets into a plane crash and she works her ass off to save everyone she can before we see that she's also been wounded and didn't treat herself instead of, taking care of everyone she could. And then she dies and gets re-isekai'd back to her original body.
She needs to stop getting isekai'd.
Yeah, well, I do feel like this does give like a very solid foundation because most isekai just treat like the prior life as an afterthought or like as like a source of like knowledge and that's it. There's actual effort made into showing like, hey, she actually had a life before she actually had a life in the modern day before she got sent back to her original body.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she is very, she's a fun protagonist. I wouldn't put her quite as high as, say, Rouge from Seventh Time Loop, but she's still really good. And it does help that her being a doctor and having medical expertise does make it for a more interesting angle to take it from. Because most isekai just go for the straight like power fantasy type thing instead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, this one really really hooked me with the first episode.
Okay.
And I'm very
what
curious
I'll
to see.
do is I'll wait to see your verdict on
The 3 episode.
Yeah, I want to hear your verdict there, and depending on that,
I did watch the
I might
second
add it.
episode. It was also pretty interesting.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens on the third episode check-in, and I might, I depending on that, I
recommend
might
giving
at
it a
least...
3 episode.
Yeah.
If nothing else.
Yeah.
Because I do think the first episode will likely not be indicative of the overall thrust of the storyline, because, you know, almost all of it is pre-isekai.
Yeah.
But still, I do appreciate taking the time to establish who she was before she got sent back to the fantasy world.
Yeah, instead of just saying fuck it and just throw it.
Having truck guns show up.
Yeah, fuck it. Truck.
Truck no jutsu.
Yeah. Okay, glad to hear you enjoyed it. I was fairly curious about it from the trailer, so
it's worth at least giving 3 episodes to, I think. I'm probably gonna watch more than that, but I think it's worth at least a 3-episode shake.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, Truck-kun does show up again this season.
Hold on, I think a couple times at least, yes. But we'll get to those when we get to them.
Let's move on to a show that wowed you significantly less, Jack, with Fluffy Paradise.
You know,
Fluffy?
Mofu. Yes. Unfortunately, there's no real substance to it beyond that from what I've seen. Like, I gave it the 3-episode shake and I've dropped it.
Dang.
It was, I believe this was one of the first premieres of the season as well.
Oh.
Yeah, there's just not much that's done with, like, the whole conceit of she got isekai'd so she could judge humanity for being racist. Like, all that's really been done is faffing about while she befriends animals here and there. Like, there's background politics, but hasn't really been, like, particularly compelling so far. And I don't know. If I hear that this suddenly gets good after 3 episodes, I might go back to it and give it another try, but I don't feel like that's likely to happen, if I'm being honest. It did not compel me all that strongly. The animal designs are fun, but that's about it. Yeah. Oh boy, I don't want to... Oh, God damn it. We got 2 not fun shows in a row to talk about after this.
Yep. Moving on to...
Oh, God.
The Foolish Angel Dances with the Devil.
Now, which put you off this more, Nmbr? Was it just the whole abusive dynamic, or was it the rape imagery?
Can I say both?
Yes, it was both for me as well.
Honestly, this show is largely inoffensive until, like, the very end.
Yeah, it's like perfectly fine until the last scene where she beats the shit out of him, forces a collar on him, complete with very rapey symbolism, and he's left crying on the ground while she just burns a firecracker nonchalantly.
But guys, sexual assault is funny when women do it to men, right?
No, it's fucking not.
I know.
No. This show is made specifically for a certain type of fan.
You know, you say that, but at the same time, Chain Soldier did it better.
You know what? You're right. So there's no reason to watch this show. It's not very good. Why did I say it's not very good? It's kind of bad.
It's pretty shit, yeah.
I do like some of the humor earlier on in episode 1, but
yeah, like the bit where she just like slaps aside the hearts when this dude's confessing. That's a funny visual gag.
Yeah,
it's unfortunate that it gets ruined by the end of the episode.
Yeah, it has some decent visual gags.
Oh yeah, this also has Truck-kun visiting. Too bad Truck-kun couldn't put us out of our fucking misery.
Yeah, Truck-kun made a cameo appearance.
Unfortunately, Truck-kun failed to do his fucking job, so now he's fired.
Yeah. Yeah, this show's bad. It's bad. For an angel, she sure doesn't act like one.
Yeah. Yeah, she's kind of a shit person.
Yeah.
But
The
guys,
demons might be in the right here.
Amazing show to talk about next because we move on to Gushing over Magical Girls.
You think a Pop Team Epic cameo will save you? Nah, that Pop Team Epic cameo will not save you.
The worst part about this show is that, in theory, the concept is an interesting thing to explore, but like,
no,
why do you gotta show underage titties, man?
No, like like half of this show's premise could work really well as a comedy. I like the idea of this girl who loves magical girls basically being forced into being a villain. That's a funny idea, but it's ruined by her being a freaking sadist.
Again, there is an argument to be made that having someone explore their sexuality like that is an interesting concept, but like, why she gotta be 14?
Yeah, that doesn't. That's not good.
I will say there was one gag that actually did make me chuckle. It was like the transformation sequence getting interrupted by the leotard snapping in place. That was actually kind of funny.
Yeah.
Everything. The show could have been just like.
This could have been decent.
So I've heard that this could legitimately do an Ishizoku in Species of Reviews at some point.
How so?
Oh, really?
In terms of having to get pulled off networks because of its content.
Well, yeah,
well, it's on High Dive, so it's probably not going anywhere. It's completely uncensored on High Dive.
I mean, yeah, because High Dive has no standards. High Dive, get some fucking standards.
I think
High Dive needs a niche to attack into because Crunchyroll has everything else, though.
Yeah,
That's kind of the thing.
Yeah, High Dive having uncensored shit is fine. It's just like this show in particular, you don't need that.
The 3 uncensored shows this season are on High Dive.
Yeah, you didn't need this show. You didn't need this show, High Dive. I promise you. You got some decent stuff. You don't need this. You don't need it. Get rid of it.
Yeah, you already have your uncensored BDSM thing with Chain Soldier. You don't need this.
Yeah, so apparently the show is a lot hornier than the comic. Than the manga.
So like with the interspecies reviewers.
Yeah.
Because that's also the case there.
Great. That's great. I still don't really have any faith in the manga either, though, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the horniness is integrated right in your main premise there.
Like, again, I do think exploring adolescent sexuality is something that is a viable premise for a story, but like, I think this is a bit too horny about it.
Yeah, this
So apparently the manga is tagged as something called 15 plus, which denotes it's adult in nature, but there's no actual porn in it.
Yeah.
So softcore, basically.
Yeah.
So, for example, apparently there was a gym changing scene in the anime that had actual nipples.
The transformation sequences also had nipples.
Yes.
Apparently there are no nipples in the manga.
That's crazy.
That is pretty wild.
Oh, great. Anyways, I think we've addressed
this is trash.
Everything.
This is like bottom of the barrel trash. Throw it in the dumpster. Light it on fire.
Yeah, this is just a Dojin plot. This is honestly just a Dojin plot. This is how did a Dojin find its way here, bruh?
Dunno.
You'd be surprised by how raunchy some manga.
Yeah.
Let's move on though to High Card Season 2.
I missed the first ED.
I do too. I like this OP a lot though.
The OP is pretty rad, not gonna lie.
Yeah. I like the OP a lot.
Very interesting start to the season.
Yeah. I enjoyed the first 2 episodes, especially this stuff with what's his name? Sonic Move?
Yeah, Sonic Move. The fucking superhero dude is so funny.
Oh.
He's fun. I like him a lot.
Yeah, he's a real fun dude.
Yeah.
I guess the dumb names aren't gonna stop.
Why would they? Part of the charm.
I know.
Yeah, it's part of this. It's part of this stupid series. Freaking charm. I'm hoping bad CG Knight isn't always gonna be bad CG.
Yeah, that is an issue.
It was pretty jarring. The funny thing is, like, the one part where it wasn't CG was when it was attacking, which is when you would expect it to be CG.
Yeah, that is weird. I think there's a compositing issue, probably.
Maybe, yeah, because it doesn't need to look as bad as it does. And honestly, like, on its own, it doesn't look horrible. It stands out in a bad way.
Unfortunately, its design also just looks like knockoff Berserker from Fate Zero.
I guess...
I'm sorry, I was thinking that the entire time.
Yeah.
I guess Chris is suffering from anime disease.
Oh, yeah, so Chris is, like, dying because he did the thing in Season 1, probably.
Yeah, it's probably a case of, didn't kill him instantly, still is fucking killing him, though.
Yeah. Even immortality can't save you.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely seemed like his card wasn't kicking in. I mean, what I got from that is that he basically hadn't waited long enough before using it again.
Hard to say for sure.
But I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't need more Chris drama this season.
I don't either.
I need more Chris drama.
We had plenty of that in Season 1.
You know, we're gonna get plenty of drama from Finn's perspective because he's, you know, traumatized.
Yeah.
What I want most from this season is a VJ episode. He deserves it.
Episode, yeah.
I'd like that.
I just want more fucking group.
I want the rest of the cast to do more, honestly.
Yeah.
We want another episode like that one episode with the auction.
Yeah.
That was fun. That was very fun.
That's like one of my favorite episodes. That's a great episode.
And that also bring back fucking what was his name? Who's Who? Bring back Who's Who. They were dumb and they were very fun.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see more of them because they kind of just like stopped existing.
Yeah.
Yep.
I am curious as to what the whole thing with the knight is because it doesn't seem to be a card.
Yeah, no. What the hell is the knight's deal?
It also has like jaws growing out of its stomach that eats the. What? And
it's
also
fucking
like,
weird.
These weird veiny things that come out and it's weird.
Young Greg and Sugar got exploded, but that's not gonna keep Young.
They survived. Yeah, they survived.
Why you call him Young Greg?
Nothing's gonna keep Young Greg down.
I forgot.
I remember, like, when I watched the episode, my first message I posted after watching it was, "Young Greg, no!"
Honestly, I would have been more worried about him if we didn't see him in the OP looking battered.
Yeah, no, he has the fucking bandages on in the OP.
So it's like, okay, clearly he survives this.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be in the OP looking like that if he didn't survive this.
Yeah.
You know how they don't give a fuck about spoilers in Japan when they make OPs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also share your disappointment number in the chase being cut off.
Yeah, that's it's like
the skydive chase. That was so. They could have made a whole episode out of that, or like half an episode out of that. It would have been so cool.
It didn't even need to be that huge. Like honestly, like just like
a 5-minute action sequence. Yeah. It would have been really awesome, but no. We can't have Mission Impossible bullshit, I guess.
Maybe we can later this season, but we'll see. Yeah, fun start. Hopefully we can push past its existing issues.
Yeah, look, I just don't trust the show anymore. I
buckle up and stuff.
I want it to be good. I just don't have the faith that it will be.
Look, I'm along for the ride. I just do not have high expectations.
No, I'm gonna still keep watching. But as I said, I just don't trust it.
Yeah, I'm still having fun, but it's like, you know, there's so much potential here. There's so much potential here.
That's the issue. It is a fairly fun show, to be fair to it. It's just that, like, I can see...
The plotting is kind of garbage.
I can see the bits where, like, this could be better. This could be better. Why isn't it better? Please do this stuff. But yeah, let's move on to... Hokkaido gals are super adorable.
They are adorable. And also very fun. So, questionable logistics about how the fuck she stays warm outside in that kind of outfit aside, I do like the protagonists, both of the protagonists of this one. I feel like they have actual personalities beyond generic nice dude and generic Gyaru character.
To be fair, you can get used to any sort of temperature if you adapt to it long enough. I mean,
yeah, she's just built different, I guess.
I walked around.
She really is.
I walked around in a Vancouver blizzard in shorts, so.
Why?
I think I couldn't.
Shits and giggles.
I think I couldn't be bothered putting on trousers that day.
That
fucking hell, Mel.
That seems like you probably should have, but.
It's like those Minnesota people.
The main issue was the fact that fucking snowflakes kept getting in my eyes.
Ow.
Yeah.
But yeah,
annoying.
Minami is fun. I really like that she's like a nice blend of friendly and flirtatious without being like too overtly like funky about it. And while Tsubasa is just very much the kind of guy who's a little bit clueless about where he is, but at the same time is a genuinely good dude who is happy to, you know, have that flirtation, but also is very gentlemanly about it. He doesn't like... He's not super sleazy, but at the same time he is very clearly attracted to Minami.
Okay, that's good. Healthy attraction. Good.
Yeah, it's a healthy attraction. They are two teenagers. Of course, there's going to be a little bit of flirtatiousness there, but they have a nice dynamic. It's very fun. Yeah, I'm enjoying this one. It's a fun little rom-com. I might actually pick up the manga for this one because it's on Manga Plus, so I could probably just binge it real quick if I wanted to.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, no, this one's nice, very nice. I do also appreciate that. So in the second episode, I watched both first and second episode.
Shocker.
We get little I watch a lot of anime, dude.
I know.
I don't want to fall behind.
That's what I'm saying. Shocker.
But yeah, in the second episode, we get this whole bit with Tsubasa's grandmother, who lives in the area, and Minami leaves a bad first impression, but then salvages it by just being very friendly local who helps them around the area and is just very helpful towards Tsubasa's grandma. You know, just pointing out good directions, helping carry her bags, all that kind of thing. Yeah, no, it's a nice show. I am very much enjoying what I have seen so far, and yeah, this will probably be a nice nice second tier show. It's not my favorite romance of the season because there are some really good ones, but still a fun one.
Moving on then to Ishura.
So what did you think of this one, Mill?
I'm dropping this until it gets a dub. Or if it gets a dub.
Well, why is that?
It just throws so much at you, and a lot of it I just didn't care about. Not to mention, a big part of this, I do have to say, is that Disney Plus's subs are not good.
Oh yeah, no. Like there are several points where I was like, there's text on the screen that does not get picked up because it's subtitled.
Yeah,
it's not subtitled, which annoys the fuck out of me. Not the fault of the show; it's the fault of the licensor.
Right. Yeah.
The action sequences are pretty fucking fire, though. If I'm being honest,
they were pretty good. Yeah.
It's absolutely buck wild seeing like it's always fun seeing like the whole small dude versus a fucking colossus square up. But yeah, the violence in this series is fucking brutal.
It is, yeah.
Like there are no punches pulled in the violence, which for some will be definitely a mark against it. I don't mind too much.
I don't necessarily care about that. I just didn't really care a lot about it. As I said, it just felt like it threw a lot at you. It did its best to make you care about and Lascelles, who were definitely gay together. And then it just fucking murders Lascelles. Like.
And now is being a traumatized lesbian.
Yeah, cool, I guess, but in a show, in a season where I'm trying to cut down on shows, this is just one that I'm like, yeah. This was one that I wasn't like massively convinced by to begin with.
I do very much like the vibe the show is going for. It's very much trying to basically do like a constructed world Fate type thing, where it's like setting up all these legendary figures and matching them together like action figures.
Yeah.
But it's still in the setup phase so far. At least I think from episode 3 or so.
Yeah.
I do think like this would probably be better like reading the novels. Because this seems like a lot of dense material, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I do feel like I will probably pick up the novel for this at some point, because it is a very interesting premise.
And, reviews for it have apparently been pretty good, so...
Yeah.
Wow.
I want to see how insane it gets, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. In the annual light novel guidebook called This Light Novel is Amazing, or Kono Light Novel ga Sugoi, the series ranked first in the volume category in 2021, receiving the most votes for any series in the history of the guidebook.
Whoa.
God damn!
And it's been going on since 2004, which is now 20
What?
years. Fuck, it's 20 years.
What? Whoa.
And to be fair, it's not like there hasn't been some pretty fucking good shows or pretty good series in there, because where is it? I mean, the stuff like, Overlord, ReZero, 86, Bookworm, Spider, Sabakui Bisco, Reign 7 Spellblades won in 2020.
Huh.
Wow.
So yeah, it's well regarded.
Yeah, I think I will pick up the novels then, because this has done a decent job of selling me on the premise of the novels, if nothing else. But yeah, I'm very curious about this, and I probably will give this more than just the first few episodes. See where what it does and where it goes.
Yeah.
But this is almost certainly like an advertisement for the light novels.
Oh, 100%, yeah. But yeah,
which, you know,
as I said, it's a case of Disney Plus's subs not being great, and yeah, I've got enough on this.
I'm so mad why I found out that this was on Disney Plus Hulu. Like, just they never do justice, or nearly as much justice as should be done.
Fun fact: that light novel guide also does character rankings for male and female. Mahiru from Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten has won the last 3 years.
Jesus.
I'm not shocked.
That series is weirdly popular. Like, weirdly popular.
I mean, not that I'm gonna complain.
No, I mean, it's good, but that good?
Maybe the novels are better than the anime. They probably are. Mean, that's usually the case.
Yeah, they tend to be, but you know, I mean, good for that series.
I mean, most recent one, 2024, Mau Mau came in 9th.
How is she in fucking? She should be in first.
Yeah, she should be in 0th place, honestly.
Interestingly enough, that Risha from 7th Time Loop is in 7th.
Huh. I mean, she is a kick-ass protagonist. I just wouldn't rank her above Mau Mau. But we should probably move on before we get too lost in the weeds here.
Let's move on then to a show that is firmly my bullshit. Meiji Gekken 1874. I fucking love this show.
Oh.
If only for its historically accurate facial hair.
So I'm kind of mixed on this one because I did watch it and was kind of the opinion that this throws a lot at you and expects you to be able to keep up, which for a history buff like you, Mill, you probably won't have nearly as much trouble with as I do.
I mean, I've already got 8 tabs open on this show for just looking up historical figures and other stuff.
Fucking hell. Exactly. See my point?
So this really is your cup of tea.
No, this is firmly my bullshit. So, as I said, historically accurate facial hair, because Okubo Toshimichi had a really wild beard, which this is depicted well. And the British envoy, Harry Parks, had big old sideburns.
He does have epic sideburns.
It also depicted an assassination attempt on Iwakura Tomomi, which happened in real life. There is actually a memo sent by I think some fucking American diplomats talking about it. Like that is a legit historical source talking about it, which is really cool. They also had at the end of the episode, a guy called Eto Shinpei, who seemed to be somewhat of the mastermind of all the rebellious stuff going on. He ends up leading a rebellion in February of 1874, which goes horribly. And it is a rebellion that I have actually written a little bit about in one of my undergraduate essays. Basically, what happened was the dude came with a bunch of like fucking sword and spear wielding samurais against
spoilers
against like artillery.
Oh, that never ends well.
No, it did not go well. It did not go well. That man died 2 months later after being beheaded.
I'm surprised he survived that whole shootout thing.
And you know what? Okubo actually had a picture taken of his beheaded head and fucking put it up on his wall.
Pretty fucking metal, not gonna lie.
Yeah. I mean, Okubo isn't the best of people, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So yeah, I am all in on this just from a historical accuracy perspective. To be fair, there is some anime bullshit with Shirogami and his crew. Because, like, you had fucking old man who caused hallucination with incense.
Yeah, no, that's some wild bullshit right there.
That was pretty fucking interesting bullshit. You had the fucking archer as well, and the big, potentially Chinese dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. And you've also got the intrigue of Kurogi clearly playing all sides here. Yeah, no, this is fully my bullshit. Fully my bullshit. And yeah, I'm going all in on this. I'm gonna watch all of this. I don't care where it goes. It has sold me with that.
I'm giving this one 3 episodes because if it gets too confusing for me, I'm just not gonna keep up with it.
Depending on you know what? No, screw it. I'll put it in my backlog, and depending on what shakes out this season, I might watch it.
If there's anything you need answering from a historical perspective, just ask me.
Sure. I mean, that could be fun.
I will answer it because I love talking about history, and I don't get to do it enough.
That's while that could be fun, and I could do that. I also do have this tendency to just look things up on Wikipedia while I'm watching stuff.
No,
so
that's also what I was doing. Like I said, I've got 8 tabs open.
I'll throw that in my plan to watch, and we'll see if I get to it this season.
This might be another case where I just watched 3 episodes, decide it's like too much, and just throw it on hold until I learn more about it.
But let us move on to the other big mecha offering this season, Metallic Rouge.
Yeah.
This one's pretty fucking wild.
I like this one a lot.
It's good. That fucking music that kicks in whenever she transforms is so good.
The music is really good. That's something I made sure to note.
By the crimson lightning.
That is something I made sure to note down. The music is very, very good.
The music is fucking fire.
There's a different version of that song in episode 2 as well.
Okay.
It is so good. I kind of want to rewatch that scene just for the music, because goddamn.
Yeah. I like the main duo's dynamic.
Yeah, they have a really good chemistry.
Yeah.
The world building is also very interesting in this one.
Yeah, it throws a lot at you, which is probably my only real issue.
Yeah.
With it.
Yeah, that's
the thing is though, with
that's...
the first episode is like very much like in medias res and just like setting it up for mysteries to hook you in. I think is what the approach they're going for. Because they do explain some of this stuff in episode 2, just not all of it.
Do. Yeah.
So I think they're doing the whole drip feed information approach, which is not a bad approach in my opinion. It's better than front-loading everything into the premiere.
No, there's nothing wrong with that at all. It's just there's just a lot. It just expects you to be right on board. Which hey, you know what?
I would say that's the thing that's holding me back from it is that there was just a lot thrown at you in that first episode, and like as you said, the dynamic between the two main characters is good. I like Rouge. I like Naomi. They're done very well in the dub.
Yes.
The fucking villain, what's his name? Because the
Gialon, I think it was.
Gialon,
something like that.
Yeah, like fucking Mal is done his name really weirdly, and I don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't know.
So yeah, he was pretty fun and interesting. And you know what the best part about this having a simuldub is?
What?
It's twofold. First, no Kenshiro Suda for me, motherfuckers.
Oh no! No!
You missed out on the goat, though. The goat.
Even better, the character that Suda is playing is voiced by Jonas fucking Scott in the dub, and I love him.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Nah, I'm canceling the dub. Hold on. Ignoring the fact that I'm watching it dubbed.
I'm watching it subbed, and the sub is really good.
Yeah, I mean the sub's always good. I've never heard a bad sub.
X-Arm.
Yeah. Most subs aren't even phoned in. Most of them.
That was a phoned in sub.
I said most.
It wasn't horrible. Honestly, I guess the rest of the show was so bad that I probably didn't notice, to be fair.
I mean, it's the fact that, if I remember correctly, I think one of the main characters was played by, what was it, Kito Akari? And I know how good she is. And she put in a shit performance for that show.
Maybe the voice direction was just garbage.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I don't think anything production-wise was very good for that show. But yeah.
This one's good.
There was a lot thrown at you.
Yeah.
But
I think it gives you just enough.
Yeah, I need to know more about these Immortal 9.
Yeah,
I
am very curious to learn more.
They sound really metal. I wanna know more about these guys.
So, funny thing, like they all have at least Rouge and the two members of the Immortal 9 we've met so far have color theme names. Which is very interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder if that'll carry through in the rest of the cast. I say, looking up the cast, several of whom have color names.
Nah. You mean Cyan Blue Star?
That was the one that got I took notice of most as well, yeah.
Yeah, Cyan Blue Star. Some of these names are great.
Yes. Very curious as to where this one will go, though. We don't know how many episodes this is going to be, either.
Yeah. But this is
another original. This is Bones, and this is like an anniversary.
It's their
project.
anniversary production.
Yeah.
And
hey, we just had fucking Troika's anniversary project, which was fucking great. So
yeah. So
crossed.
let's hope we can get another banger anniversary show.
Yeah.
So far, it's selling me. The action in this is great.
It's excellent.
Love good old robot action.
And it's not CG at all, which is incredible.
Yeah, there's some CG.
It's not noticeable CG, rather.
No, this is good CG. This is well used CG. Yeah, this is what I was probably most excited for this season, aside from another show we'll get to later. And so far it's delivering, so I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, this one's a pretty strong top 5 of the season contender.
Yep.
I think we just gotta see whether the plot manages to hold out.
Yep, just let them cook.
Let's move on.
Yeah, let them cook.
Move on though to another one of my favorites from the premieres, Mr. Villain's Day Off.
This one's just vibes.
This is a fun
really
one.
Liked this. I had so much fun with this.
Yeah.
Does it have anything to do with the panda?
Not really, honestly. I like the panda, yeah, but it's just the fact that Watamono is just so fucking serious about everything, even when he's like talking about a cute panda.
To be fair, I would be too. Pandas are no joke. Pandas are like, those are peak animals.
Like the fucking bit where like he's annoyed because he's already encountered Red and one of his co-workers at the store, and then they had the goal to not have mild curry, and he was about to like go on a rampage, and then Panda saved the day.
Yeah, pandas literally saved humanity. How does that make you feel? But respect pandas.
Yeah. The best part though is that it looks like the fucking Green Ranger is two kids in a trench coat.
That is so funny.
That's so funny.
I love that. That is brilliant.
That is gonna sell me on the show for quite some time.
That is Mighty Mask bullshit, and it's great.
I am fully on board with that dumb bullshit. I am so happy.
Yeah, no, this is a fun vibe show.
Yeah.
No, this is I enjoyed this a lot more than I expected. It's very chill. It's very funny. It has pandas. I mean, what more could you ask for?
I think I just like this like dumb, almost tokusatsu bullshit, but just the everyday happenings of it. I don't need the big battles. What I love to see is just these weirdos just interacting in an everyday setting. It's what I loved about Kuraitsu.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, this is like
the
successor to Kuraitsu.
There's this one Twitter account called I forget exactly what it's called. It's like casual tokusatsu or something like that, and it just has people in these Kamen Rider suits and whatever, just doing like normal things in their daily lives. And I fucking love that account. It's great. It's so good.
No, I love this kind of bullshit. I want more of it, honestly, because this is always fun.
Yeah.
God, I can't get over that last segment with the kids. It's so good.
Also, that one convenience store is gonna be like the last thing that remains on Earth.
The fact that it's like, I'm going to leave you till last because this season's sweet treat pleases me. Oh God, no, it's great. It's really good.
Yeah, this is a very fun show.
Let's move on to a definitely not good show, though. With my instant death ability is so overpowered, no one in this other world stands a chance against me.
I got so many bad shows. I fucking hate this show. It's so fucking boring.
Really?
Yeah. Really fucking boring. They spend most of the first episode on a fucking bus.
Oh, that's great.
I mean, it could be worse. It could be a boat.
Then it'd be a nice boat.
Nice boat.
Yeah, no, it's super boring. The protagonist is super unengaging, just like super stoic and everything. And the female lead is not much better, if at all.
So I'm just gonna quote some bits from the Annie Frem review.
Oh boy.
It feels like someone asked ChatGPT to write a funny, quippy anime.
No.
That sounds about right, actually.
No.
I'm sorry, Nmbr. This one's boring.
The main character is an amalgamation of every mildly misanthropic black-haired boy with a bit of special blue hair that's come before him, playing straight man to his fellow classmate and fellow isekai teen, who's kind of just girl.
Yeah, in a nutshell. Yeah, no, and also, so I also have a conceptual gripe with this. Instant death is just such a boring ass ability. Like, just instantly killing something, bang, you're dead. Like, okay, there's no variety to that, though. You just kill something and it's dead. There's no challenge, there's no variety, it's just dumb, overpowered bullshit.
No, but what if they found a way to make it fun?
There's not even an activation condition. He just thinks someone needs to die and they die. And that's it.
He doesn't even need to touch them or anything?
No, he just thinks, die. And then they die. It's super dull, super low-key. There's no requirement to it. You don't have to write their name in the death note. You don't have to touch them with a specific part of your hand. No nothing. You don't have to do all 5 fingers or any of that bullshit. It's just think they're dead and they are dead. It's just such a lame-ass ability.
Yeah. Apparently this is meant to be some kind of, like, cosmic horror SCP type thing.
Could have fucking fooled me.
But the anime apparently just decided to focus more on the isekai aspect of it. I don't know.
What?
Again, I'm going
like there's
off,
like a little
comments,
brief.
So
there's a brief sequence at the beginning of the first episode that shows the protagonist breaching containment, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's never explained or elaborated upon. Not in the first episode, anyways. I didn't bother with the second episode. I fucking dropped this.
No, that's fine.
I was bored out of my fucking gourd.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be Anime of the Year for sure.
Don't lie, Nmbr.
It's okay. It'll be nominated for Best Fantasy in the next Crunchyroll Awards.
I will kill whoever nominates this for Best Fantasy. I will personally go to their house and beat them to death. You think I'm joking?
No. Not at all.
Anyway, let's move on to Sasaki and Peeps.
This one's such an odd one.
I mean, I will give them props for casting every side character with somebody called Sasaki.
That is very funny, yes. I want to like this one. I really do. It does have a funny conceit of just throwing a bunch of different genre shit at the wall at the same time. It has isekai back and forth between 2 different worlds. It has psychic bullshit. It has magical girls. It even has your favorite trope, Mill, the yandere.
Oh boy.
But yeah, like, by dividing the execution so much between so many different things, I don't think it manages to stick any one of them very well. It doesn't help that there's a lot of narration, especially in the double-length first episode.
This, very much from what I've heard, is a show that did not need a double-length first episode.
It did not. It really could have just split that in half. It would have been fine. I think they wanted to include that so they could delve more into the psychic bullshit, which I almost get it, but at the same time, like, that wasn't necessary.
Yeah.
Again, I like what it's trying to do, but I don't think it's doing it very well, is the ultimate issue with it.
Yeah.
Also, literally every single female character either looks like they are 14 to 16 or is 14 to 16.
Right.
And it's like, even the one psychic lady who looks like she is a grown woman, she's 16, which feels unnecessary.
That's okay.
Like, you could have just made her like 20 or some shit and it would have been fine. But no. It's just
but
odd,
that's
especially
not
since the
relatable,
protagonist.
Jack.
Fuck off. Again, I want to like this, but I can't. I'm. If I hear good things about it, I might give it a second chance, but for now I'm just dropping it after the 3rd episode, because there's not really much for me to come back to. Because, actually, no, there's too much for me to come back to is the issue.
Yeah.
It's just, like, throwing everything at the wall and seeing what sticks is not usually a viable option for, you know, narratives. Damn shame, too. There's several kernels of fun to be found in this one, but alas, it just doesn't meet the expectations it sets for itself.
Let's move on to a good series, though, with Sengoku Youko.
This is like the apology for Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer,
it
right?
really is, isn't it? It really fucking is.
They went pretty damn hard on this one, not gonna lie.
And I'm so happy for it.
Yeah, finally, justice.
Justice!
Like, the one complaint about this series is that it moves fucking quick, but even then, I don't especially care.
Doesn't Mizukami just write really fast pacing in general?
Yeah, he tends to do that anyways.
He doesn't like to linger. I mean, none of his series have been, like, overly long, to be brutally honest.
This is probably his longest series from what I've heard.
And
this is going to be a full adaptation, too.
Yeah, like 3 cores.
3 cores, and I'm happy for it, because, I mean, thus far, I like Tamer. I like Shinsuke's sad sack approach. Even Jinka's sort of racism is kind of fun.
I can't believe it's not regular racism.
Just because it's aimed at Shinsuke, who is just, as I said, he's the ultimate sad sack at the moment.
He is kind of hapless.
In the best way possible, though. I really love Tamer.
He's fun.
I mean, I would imagine, especially for this first episode, they just wanted to get to that end point of, Shinsuke deciding he does want to train with Jinka and Tamer.
Yeah. So, sometimes it is a matter of just getting to a good stopping point for premieres.
And yeah, it's really well animated. And, like, can I just say, Richard Eisenbeiss can go fuck himself. Because...
Oh, that's the A&N reviewer who you have basically opposite opinions of, right?
Not every single time, but this one in particular.
What'd they say?
He gave this a fucking 1.5 stars.
What?
He's also the only one who gave Gushing Over Magical Girls any positive rating, I'm pretty sure.
Dude.
Right,
I don't like putting people on blast for these kind of things, but like...
No, I'm sorry, this is egregious, because we'll also get to another show where he gave a far more positive opinion. He gave Gushing Over Magical Girls 2.5 stars.
Dude.
There's another show later down the list that we'll talk about that he gave a positive review to, and I just don't understand it. Like, he called it by the numbers Sengoku era fantasy fair.
What?
We don't really get much Sengoku era fantasy stuff nowadays.
Yeah,
like, it's
even then, I've
years.
seen enough of it to know that this kind of stands out from that.
What was the last one we got? Was it Yashahime? I think it was Yashahime.
Potentially, yeah. But...
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I don't like putting people on blast, but I cannot stand that opinion.
Yeah. No, this is fun. Like, again, it's a bit fast-paced, but this is good stuff.
Yeah. It does it does, again, throw a lot at you. A lot of proper nouns in that first episode.
We're getting a lot of that this season, aren't we?
Yeah.
We got it. We got with Ishura, we got with Metallic Rouge, and we got it with this.
But I think it does well enough in that it, it gives us 2 action sequences to show us what the show is going to be about in that sense. Because, it gave us both sides of Jinka's, power set, because we got the transformation one against the Katawara. And then we got the one at the end where Jinka was just using the paper talismans. So we got a good showcase there. We got a good grounding in the three main characters, personalities, with, Shinsuke being the, naive guy who wants to be strong, Tamer being the idealistic young girl, young in inverted commas girl, who, is willing to, knows when to fold them on the idealistic stuff. And Jinka,
which
who is,
honestly, respect for that.
Yeah, and Jinka, who is the caustic tag along, who's the muscle. So I think it's a good first episode.
Yeah.
And I trust Mizukami enough to say that the plot for the show is going to be good.
Yeah. Also, I mean, I watched episode 2 as well, which I liked even more than the first one. So,
yeah, episode 2 is really good.
Yeah, I'm genuinely looking forward to it. This definitely one of, if not my top show thus far.
Yeah. Yeah. As it should be. It's Mizukami!
Yeah.
He's finally getting his due.
And if nothing else, I need this to do well so that somebody will take notice and go, huh, if we give good stuff to Mizukami's work, we'll do well. Maybe we should do the same with Spirit Circle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Please. So.
Please, Spirit Circle fucking begs for an adaptation.
Spirit Circle is so fucking good.
Spirit Circle is amazing. Please.
Well, fingers crossed, knock on wood, that this will motivate a good adaptation rather than what Lucifer got.
Yeah, and then maybe one day in the far-off future, where Mizukami is one of the most well-known manga names, they do a new adaptation of Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer.
Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer Brotherhood.
Yes. I can dream.
Yeah. Anyway, we should move on to a show that was not nearly so good.
Oh boy.
Snack Basue. Honestly,
all right.
I wrote for the summary. I honestly don't even know. Anifem didn't even review this.
I don't blame them. Was this a short, or was it one of those that should have been a short?
It probably should have been a short. It's from a studio that's done basically nothing but shorts.
Oh no!
Really? Wow.
I think they've also done some. Let me check. Cause Studio Puyukai. Okay, so they've done Isekai Quartet. But they've also basically just done a bunch of like shorts for the series involved in that as well. And look, that art style is ugly as fuck. I don't like it. The plot behind it is incomprehensible to me, because it's just like the first.
Is it basically non-existent?
The first segment was this dude coming into the snack bar and being like, "Oh, I'm looking for a place for my work to get together," and this was the closest one to my work. And then, like, the two hostesses, Akemi and Basue, like, pester him to tell them one of his problems, and then they start critiquing the problems that he tells them.
Why?
I don't know. And then the second main segment is even fucking worse.
Oh boy.
Because it's just about this dude who's, like, basically a fucking sex pest. Like...
Ugh.
Like, there's a joke about him having bought, like, this fucking time stop thing that he's gonna use for, sex pest purposes. And And to be fair, that was maybe the closest thing to a funny gag the show had, because he activated it and like the two hostesses like froze as if it had worked, but no, they were just so shocked at how dumb it was.
I mean, that tracks.
Yeah.
It is dumb.
But yeah, like, I don't know. I don't know what to say about this show.
I mean, it sounds like you do know what to say about it. It's bad.
Yeah. I don't even know if it's necessarily bad or if it's just a very, very, very Japanese thing.
Yeah, maybe.
The humor might just be a result of that, yeah.
But
what you can say is that Way of Pawn should have gotten
I don't know how
this
I don't know how this got licensed over fucking Way of Pawn. I really don't. I really, really, really don't know how this got licensed over Way of Pawn. Anyway,
couldn't tell you.
Let's move on to Solo Leveling.
This is good. Though I do think that this is a case of the first episode should have been double length.
Yeah. No, because Mills, what were you gonna say?
I'm just saying that I have not watched it yet because the dub has not come out yet.
Yeah, which
the dub is now out. Okay, great.
Yeah, now it's out. Yeah. Okay, so Mill, you can just watch that real quick. We'll come back later.
I mean, y'all can talk about Solo Leveling for 25 minutes, right?
Yeah.
We could, but I don't know if we should.
I don't think we can. I don't think there's enough meat on the bones here. Because I mean, nothing against the show, but it's pretty simple.
It's very straightforward.
Yeah, I do agree, Jack, that double length probably could have benefited because like a lot of people were gassing up the first episode. I'm like, this first episode isn't that great. This doesn't really like introduce you very well to the main character. It sets up the world a little bit, but like the world doesn't need much setting up, to be honest. So as it's gone on, it's obviously gotten better. But this do be, you know, what kind of show this is. This is some of that power fantasy shit.
Yeah, this is all action spectacle power fantasy. Which, hey, if you're into that, this is good.
Yeah,
this is
there's value in that. There's definitely value in that. And one thing I do actually appreciate is how the basically the bad shit in the dungeon is shown in the first episode when things take a turn for the worse. It's like, oh, things are bad. Oh, we gotta get out of here.
Yeah. Everyone's like, fuck it, fuck, shit.
yeah.
In a nutshell. And you know what? I don't blame them because everything went to shit.
Yes.
Very quickly there.
Yes, it did. Sawano is on the OST, which is always a good thing.
Yep, that explains it. Explains it.
And the opening is incredible. Just from a music standpoint and an animation standpoint, it's great.
It's definitely a top 5 OP this season.
Yeah, it's really good. The eating is pretty good too, honestly.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
All the production values really good.
Yes. A1 Pictures did this, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, this is one of their better looking shows, and hopefully it's consistent with that. So far it has been.
The voice acting has also been really good. Yeah. I gotta give a shout out to Taito Bond for just absolutely destroying his vocal cords.
Yeah.
Like, good God. I don't know if he actually destroyed his vocal cords, but it sounds like he did.
Yeah. The English voice cast has some shoes to fill, But
I think it will, looking at that
cast. Oh, it's Alex Lee.
I think they'll be fine. I think they'll be fine.
Again, I will repeat myself. Alex Lee, Justin Briner, Michelle Rojas, Ian Sinclair, Chris Sabat, Kent Williams, Sungwon Cho, Danny Chambers.
Yep.
Good cast.
Yeah, well, it'll be fine dub-wise. Once I'm able to, I'm definitely going to watch that dubbed first episode because it'll probably be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
This is the type of show that I feel like is only going to be elevated if you watch it in your native language.
Yeah, let's see how well Alex Lay does the agonized screaming. Because
I'm sure he'll be fine.
Big shoes to fill there. You know, very well animated, very good production values. Interesting hook. My one criticism again remains: they should have just put the first 2 episodes together.
Yeah. I don't think the first episode did it any favors. But this is probably gonna be like the fun show of the season.
Oh, absolutely.
Or at least one of several.
This is definitely the action spectacle show of the season.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Are you sure it isn't actually this next show, Jack, which is the strongest tanked Labyrinth raids a tank with a red 9,999 resistance skill got kicked from the hero's body? That doesn't track. That doesn't scan, does it?
You know, I think I made a mistake with letting my boredom trick me into watching so many premieres during the first week and a half of the season.
Yeah, you should have just let me take this one, bro.
To be fair, this one is nowhere near the worst one I've watched. It's just kind of boring.
Again, I think
watching it didn't do you any favors.
No.
Again, though, Jack, I think that says more about the stuff you've watched than just about Strongest Tank.
I will say it does do the kicked out of the hero's party better than some other ones, in that it's not like super spiteful about it. He's just like, okay, I'm just gonna go back home and visit my sister because I prefer to do that rather than dealing with your bullshit now.
Is it like his stupid skill, like he doesn't know what the fuck it does, which is actually kind of insane. How everyone has skills, but they don't know what all of them do. You know what some of them do, but not all of them. And the only way you can find out is through this one skill called Identify that apparently only one person in the whole world has, which... What?
It's weird. It's a very odd conceit.
It's very weird, but obviously, you know, the skill that seems like it's bad is actually good, because now he knows what it does, and...
It's the same old power fantasy bullshit.
Yeah, the same old story. But
and of course, based on the OP, there is a very, very, very non-zero chance that he'll just have the girls falling all over him.
Really?
I know, it's shocking to think about.
Yeah.
But I feel confident in my prediction.
Oh, okay. Well, are you gonna watch it to find out?
Fuck no. I tried giving it 3 episodes. I only watched 2.
I could barely get through episode 1. It's not like offensively bad, but it is so just bland and boring, and it's the same generic fantasy world that we see every season like 7 times. No more. Go away. I'm tired.
I wish this had more compelling substance to it. As it is, it's pretty mid.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty mid.
Yeah, let's move on to something with a little bit more substance to it.
Moving on to Tales of Wedding Rings.
So this is... So definitely in this one's favor is that it takes the time to establish the relationship dynamic between the 2 leads, Sato and Hime, and actually gives, you know, a non-generic isekai explanation of oh hey, it was actually a refugee from another world because a bunch of people want the forces of evil, as it were, want to kill her because she is very important to the setting. And he follows her back to her home because, you know, he is very down bad, obviously. And I do feel like the first episode does a good job of portraying like the actual relationship between the two of them as something that both of them are very interested in having, but hasn't quite gone anywhere yet partially because of her hesitation, because she knows that she's going to have to go back to her homeworld eventually, but he doesn't realize that, and his hesitation is mostly just insecurity and not having any idea as to how to approach her about it. Which, you know, a bit more interesting and nuanced than the standard rom-com bullshit of, I can't tell you about my feelings because shy. But yeah, does a good job with that. The world building also has potential. There's a lot of proper nouns, as is... We're seeing a trend this stream. With proper nouns and stuff. But I am... It'll be interesting to see how they handle the whole harem aspect of this with the foundation for a central romance that they've already established between Sato and Hime. No idea if it, yeah. My one big gripe beyond, you know, my one big gripe is, like, the animation is inconsistent in quality. It's mostly decent, but sometimes it slides just a tiny bit off model, and if you're paying enough attention, you notice it. It's not a big enough deal to really derail it, but it is, like, something that you can see if you pay attention.
Yeah.
It is mostly consistently fairly good, though. Yeah. This is probably the other trashy show I'm going to be keeping up with for the season.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no. I'm having fun with this.
Alright.
Probably move on to the next one.
Then to... 'Tis Time for Torture Princess.
The title is very non-indicative of what the show is about. Excuse me. So, this one is very silly. Basically, the titular torture is basically showing the princess food she will be able to enjoy if she confesses the secrets that the interrogators are trying to get, and basically just like, hey, if you crack, you get this delicious toast, or you get this sweet takoyaki, or you get this savory bowl of ramen, and we're just gonna go and make sure you know how good this looks and how good this smells. So just crack anytime now. Oh, there it is. It's a fun gag, and fortunately they iterate different versions of the gag, as well as like taking different angles as early as episode 2. Because episode 2, instead of food-based stuff, it's the two Oni girls in the poster playing a multiplayer video game in front of her and saying, hey, join in, this is fun. You can join in, you know. You can join in, you know. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's a very silly premise. This is similar to Sleepy Princess, but with a less malicious protagonist. Did you watch Sleepy Princess Nmbr? Nmbr?
I think she's away at the moment.
Ah, AFK, okay. Ah, that's crap timing. But yeah. Now this is a very silly show. I'm giving it 3 episodes for now. I might watch more of this beyond that, depending. But it is a fun little gag-based series. Not much of substance beyond that, unfortunately, because, you know, it is a gag comedy anime.
I've been burned enough by Sleepy Princess, so...
Like I said, the protagonist is a lot less malicious in this one. But if you're not big on, like, gag comedies, then you probably won't,
I like gag comedies fine, I just don't like those ones.
That's fair. And if you don't want to give this one a try, that's perfectly reasonable.
Anyway, let's move on to Tsukimichi Moonlit Fantasy Season 2.
I forget, Nmbr, did you watch this one? And she's still gone, okay.
Yeah.
Well, so this one picks up from an interesting place, because the premiere is mostly just like some little new storyline establishing stuff, as well as just it's basically just 2 storylines, one following Koto and another following Mio as she tries to figure out how to cook and does terribly at it because she is in fact a giant spider and does not have the taste buds that most people have.
Alright.
The second episode is interesting because it takes a look at 2 other isekai characters who have very different journeys from Makoto. One of them is, what's her name? I'm blanking right now. This is what happens whenever I watch too many goddamn premieres.
Gee, I wonder why.
Oh, welcome back.
Yeah.
Hibiki, that's who it was. Have you watched this one, Nmbr? I forget.
Time for Torture?
Oh no, we finished Time for Torture. We're on Tsukimichi.
Oh, Tsukimichi. No, this is another one that I wanted to, but just didn't have time to.
Did you
I
watch
will eventually.
Time for Torture,
It's on my list. Huh?
Did you watch Time for Torture?
No. I wanted to, but didn't have time.
Well, long story short, very silly gag comedy anime, similar to Sleepy Princess, but the protagonist is less malicious.
Okay. So you recommend it?
I'd recommend, yeah. At least give it 3 episodes, see if the gags work for you. I found they were pretty funny. The animation is actually pretty good in that one too.
That's what I saw. So that's why I'm curious.
Yeah, the gifs are really nice.
Yeah.
But yeah. Back to this one. Hibiki has a very different experience from Makoto, in that she basically gets to form her own party from the best adventurers in the land, and has some off-screen adventures before running into a very familiar giant spider and getting her and her party's asses beat to within an inch of their lives. So that's funny. The other dude, Tomoki, is much less pleasant, though. Because he's this classical bullied teenager who gets a makeover once he gets sent to the other world, and also gets some magic abilities from the goddess as a gift, including a magical eye that charms anyone who looks into it, which immediately becomes very creepy.
Great.
Yeah, I do not expect him to be treated as a particularly good person by the narrative.
I would hope not.
But yeah, I'll talk about it more in the 3-episode check-in, but the second episode does a lot to set up these 2 other isekai folks whose journeys contrast with Makoto's. But yes, we should move on to your favorite premiere of the season, Mill.
Let's move on. Barely even get the effort out to say it. Move on to the Unwanted Undead Adventurer.
Wow, you really didn't want to talk about that one, did you, Mill?
I mean, the fucking title's accurate. It's unwanted.
The shit was boring.
Yeah. There's nothing entertaining about it.
I will say, the one thing I can say positive about this, the design for that dragon was really interesting and unique. But yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
The blonde lady on the left in the visual kind of looks like Fine from Symphogear.
She does! Holy shit!
And would you want to know how she was introduced?
Oh, no.
Tits first.
Boob first, yeah.
Of course she was.
Do you want to know who has had positive things to say about Unwanted Undead Adventurer?
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Richard fucking Eisenbeis. It was like, oh,
Richard...
there's nothing here groundbreaking, but I want to see where this show goes. I'm interested to see where this show goes.
Richard, please. No.
Good old Ricky E.
Like I said, I just could not believe that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just boring. It really is. I mean, they had the cold open of him getting eaten, and then they spend like 10 minutes going into his, like, the run-up to that event again, now with narration.
There's way too much narration in the show.
And then, yeah, he wakes up as a skeleton and, like, just decides to start fighting enemies to try and evolve into a ghoul. There are three female characters who are invariably going to be attached to this guy who is not interesting at all.
I hate to say this, but I think this was more boring than Strongest Tank by quite a bit.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. It was not quite as bad as Instant Death Ability, but it was pretty close.
It's just really sucked.
There are a few things a show can be worse than boring. Yeah, few ways a show can be worse than boring.
Let's move on, though, to our final sequel, which is Urusei Yatsura Season 2.
Fucking Yatsura.
Fucking Yatsura.
Fucking clown. Just... all that stuff with the fucking gum.
Yeah, that's kind of a brilliant premise. I'm not gonna lie. I love just giving characters like these the ability to just create whatever the fuck they want. It was pretty great, and the way he used it, like, to create like fakes of himself, is just really funny.
Yeah, no, very clever shenaniganry.
Yeah.
So you say he's a clown, but is he not just a clown, but the entire circus?
He is.
He is the entire circus.
Actually, no, he wishes he was the circus.
The premiere episode in particular was pretty good because the segment with the gum puts on the comedy, and the segment where
Loom gets a concussion.
Yeah, where Lum forgets how to speak Japanese. Was weirdly heartfelt. So
yeah,
I think it balanced out both the show's strengths pretty well for a season premiere.
Yeah. Episode 2 was a bit weaker, I think, partially because a lot of the focus was on Ryunosuke's asshole dad.
Yeah, and I like Ryunosuke a lot. So
Ryunosuke's great, but her dad sucks.
Her dad's fucking awful, and that's just
he's a bit
I wonder why the mom left.
Yeah. Look, one could argue that his behavior is because the mom left, but also I'm reasonably certain that she left because he's an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this has mostly been fun so far.
Yeah. I'm happy to see more of this show, even though it's obviously it's obviously keeping the Part 7 adaptation from happening. So you know.
Look, once this is done, the David Production will announce that they have the Part 7 adaptation in the works.
Or they'll announce Ranma 1/2 readaptation. I mean,
I don't know if I can handle that. I don't know.
I love Ranma, so I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, I don't know. Takahashi's hit or miss. Honestly, if they did one of her more well-regarded works, like what was it, Meso Nikoku, I might bite that.
Mm.
But yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Takahashi's humor is can be kind of all over the place, if we're being honest.
Yeah. Little bit. But
no, the first 2 episodes pretty fun.
Yeah. This continues to be a show that I think works better than it honestly should in the modern day. I don't know why it works. There are some jokes that I don't think have aged particularly well, but I think for the most part it lands. So
yeah, I think it's just partially like people doing wacky bullshit is going to be good joke fodder as long as time exists.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
But we should move on.
Let's move on then to Villainess level 99. I may be the hidden boss, but I'm not the Demon Lord. I appreciated the bait and switch with the heroine up until the end of the title segment, and then it got boring.
The bait and switch was pretty fun.
I liked the commitment once they hit the opening for the game. That was fun. Once they went past that, that was just boring.
Yeah. The switch over to Yumiella was a bit better, but yeah. I did watch the second episode, and that was slightly better than the first, at least in terms of the stuff with Yumiella. But also, like, there's some definite stupidity amongst the cast with, everyone, like, not believing that she actually is level 99. They're like, oh, she must have cheated on the test somehow or some bullshit like that. And up to and including people just straight up challenging her to fights and getting their asses beat as a result.
I would presume so, yeah.
And the prince goes as far as to try to get her expelled, even though it's like, okay, either she's lying about being level 99 or she is level 99, but either way, she's still the daughter of a powerful noble, and if she's not lying, you are just exiling someone from the country who is very powerful and could fuck you over. Why are you doing this, you colossal fucking idiots?
I mean, this show, more than any other this season, is, or more than any other of its genre, is indicative of the anime industry trying to run the Villainess anime style type thing into the fucking ground.
Yeah.
And turn it into...
I've heard that it's gotten particularly bad in, like, the light novel manga space, but yeah. No, this is, like, the first sign of fatigue I've been getting, like, serious fatigue I've been getting from Villainess stuff. It's definitely the weakest of the Villainess or adjacent stuff we've gotten this season. I'm giving it 3 episodes just because I want to give it a chance, but I don't think I'm going to be able to keep up with it past that. If I'm being brutally honest.
I'm just outright dropping it.
Understandable.
I got enough stuff this season.
Yeah.
I mean...
Besides, if I drop this, it'll free up my Tuesdays.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate the unsubtlety of Yumiella Darkness. For the,
such a silly name.
For the dark-haired girl in a world where dark hair is bad.
I love the hair racism.
I mean, you know, Yumi, which I'm fairly sure is dark in Japanese. Darkness, I don't think I need to explain that.
It's literally a bastardization of darkness, yeah.
Yeah, so... You know, I'll give him props for that and subtlety, if nothing else, but yeah. I mean, this was... I think maybe the last show I watched. Yeah, and I just could not give a shit about it.
That's a great one to leave off on.
Yeah. Look, I think I very much peaked. When did I peak? Probably with 7th Time Loop and Witch and the Beast.
We'll be getting to Witch and the Beast shortly.
Yeah.
You peaked.
Let's just now, for a moment, bitch about Way of Pon not getting licensed.
There's a lot of garbage that got licensed this season. Why didn't this show get licensed?
It's by OLM, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, that's what puzzles me the most. OLM has put out several really high-profile shows in the past couple of years. Why aren't you licensing their stuff? Oh, unless Netflix got it.
I feel like they would have announced it by now.
Probably.
I think it is just that they just thought, we can't do, you know, Mahjong. Probably. Yeah. That would be my main guess, but I don't fucking know. Well, I just wanted to watch an anime about girls playing Mahjong. It would have been chill.
It would have been chill. With nice vibes.
Yeah, it's a shame.
And fucking Akio Otsuka plays like a bird thing.
Oh man!
That's so fun!
Yeah. What a shame. Move on though to the weakest tamer began a journey to pick up trash.
Is this one also trash, or is this actually good?
I don't know. So, episode 1 was pretty alright. It doesn't really, like, we don't get the full backstory or even explanation of what happened. It's just this 8-year-old girl just trying to survive on her own, by going through garbage and seeing whatever could be useful to her. Through like old potions and bags and worn out clothes and shit. And she's on the run because apparently like everyone in her hometown wants her dead, because she doesn't have this thing called a star. I don't know what that is or what that means or the significance of that, but apparently they want her dead because of that. Even though she's supposed to be like I think it has something to do with magic, but because she's like classified as a tamer, but without a star, it's not very useful. I don't know. It's not explained in episode 1, at least. But yeah, we basically see her figuring out how to move on with her life right now on her own. She changes her name to Ivy, and just so that no one can find her. And befriends this little slime that's like apparently like so weak like a gust of wind could kill it. And just like she sees some of herself in this little slime, and she manages to tame it and names it Sora. So, but that's yeah, not a whole lot going on in the premiere. It's not bad, and like there's pretty interesting story elements there, but I don't know what any of them mean. So, but I did enjoy it well enough to give it 3 episodes at least. I think this is probably one of the better. Also, this is technically an isekai because the girl has apparently like the way it handles it is weird. This girl's like past life which is clearly from our world. Like she doesn't have memories or anything, but like her past life exists within her, like as a internal voice that talks to her. It's weird. I haven't seen an anime do that before, but so there is that as well. But I am gonna at least give it 3 episodes because what's there is interesting enough, and I want to give it a fair shake.
Alright, let's move on to our penultimate premiere, which is The Witch and the Beast.
So the premise for this is pretty fucking cool.
The premise is definitely interesting. I'm not sure they had to have the, like, forced kiss in there.
That is weird, yes. Also, I didn't notice it until I actually read the reviews, but then I went back and took a look. There's this weird bit where they just like straight up skip segments of the action sequences when they're animating it. Like the bit where she gets stuck in the tree, for example, just like she's fallen down, the witch does something, and then we just see her stuck in the tree, for example. It's just like, okay. Could you not have animated a little bit of that?
Apparently not.
Yeah. It's very unfortunate, but still. I do like it's not ubiquitous, it's just noticeable whenever it does happen.
So,
but this
I'm looking at the studio doing this, which is Yokohama Animation Lab. They do not have the greatest history of doing particularly well animated stuff.
Yeah, that tracks.
I mean, they did the Legend of Mana anime, which, if I remember correctly, was very limited animation-wise. They did Genius Prince, which, while good, again, wasn't, you know...
it looked pretty when it wasn't moving too much.
And they did Megatsu Verite, which, again, was never the best animation-wise.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think we can expect particularly good or necessarily good action from this one. But I like the dynamic between Ashaf and Guido.
Yeah, no, they have a good banter between the two of them.
And I think it was an interesting first episode, though. Again, there is a potential pitfall of all witches are evil. Though, to be fair, the one they faced in that premiere was sketchy as fuck.
Oh yeah.
Like there were
red flags.
There were red flags. I mean, yeah, it was a good, introduction to what is the base concept of the show. Like I said, I just wish the forced kiss wasn't a thing and is probably going to continue being a thing.
I hope not.
It feels like it is. Let's move on.
Unless you have a...
Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. I mean, it was just, a fairly basic introductory episode. I don't think there was anything too, anything we really need to go too in depth on. That we haven't already. I mean, it was kind of funny when when that dude turned into the giant shark, fucking cops were just firing at it with their guns. It's like, I don't think that's doing anything.
No, it's fucking not. Also, do love Guido just charging in all Leroy Jenkins style at the witch.
Yeah.
When, before she, is revealed to be evil.
Mm-hmm. I think we just need more before we can actually judge how this is going to do in terms of the story.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's move on to the final show, which is the wrong way to use healing magic.
This may be called the wrong way to do healing magic, but it's the right way to do an isekai.
Oh, is it good?
It's very good.
Oh.
Like, it's probably the best seasonal isekai I've stumbled across in a while. By quite a fair bit.
Better than Parallel World Pharmacy?
I'd say it's about on par with a Parallel World Pharmacy, yeah. What helps is that this also does the thing of taking the time to actually show the characters before they get isekai'd, and have Usato develop a rapport with the two classmates who get isekai'd with them. And also have them have actual personalities beyond, instead of being, just generic assholes or generic nice kids.
This is another one getting a dub.
Honestly, out of all the new isekais this season, this is probably the one most worth checking out.
Okay.
Like, the animation is pretty good, the characters are very good, and this actually grapples with the premise of, hey, we just yoinked 3 teenagers from another world and their lives in that world. They're going to have different reactions. One of them is actually justifiably quite angry with it, with the people who did it, especially since, one of them wasn't even meant to be isekai'd. And he just got caught up Usato just got caught up in it because he was walking home with the other two. Yeah. Also, I gotta say, Rose, who is the mentor and the badass lady with healing magic, is fucking great.
Oh yeah, I saw her in the trailers. She seems pretty awesome.
She's so fucking cool. Very fun. Like, everyone is just scared absolutely fucking shitless of her because she's terrifying, but it's so funny. But yeah, no, like, the characters are all really good. They have fun dynamics with each other. They have actual personalities, which is cool. And not just actual personalities, actual layered personalities that bounce off each other well.
Cool.
I know it sounds like I'm saying this.
Fine, it's on the list. I get it. It's good. Fine. I'll give it a shot.
You're welcome. Legitimately, though, this is one of my favorite premieres of the season. It's just so good.
Fine, but if it sucks, then I'm blaming you.
On your head.
Don't worry.
Be it.
Don't worry. You won't hate it. It's fun.
So my worry is that the studio doing this, Shinei Animation, is also doing Dangers in My Heart and Mr. Villain's Day Off.
Yeah, what the hell?
To be fair, Mr. Villain's Day Off is not like super hardcore animation project.
I know.
Yeah, but still.
It's also a joint production with Studio Ad, which has
no credits to it before this.
Certainly not main credits, no. I imagine they'll have done a bunch of like stuff, like helping out stuff, sort of thing. They've apparently been around since fucking 92, so.
Yeah, apparently they're small too, so.
So yeah, they've done like in-between animations for a lot of stuff.
That does not surprise me.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, the production values in this one are not bad. I wouldn't put it up there with, like, the best animated shows of the season, but I would not say it's anywhere near, like, even mediocre. I'd say it's fairly good.
Okay.
Yeah, no, this one's one of my favorite premieres of the season, and it's definitely one of the better shows of the season by quite a bit.
I will consider it, depending on when the dub comes out.
Just have to look at the Crunchyroll news, find out.
I mean, there's some cast members already announced, so Alexis Tipton, Colleen Klinkenbeard, Alejandro Saab, Marcus Stimac, David
Wald,
Jill Harris. Yeah, so
good cast.
Yeah.
I think it's worth your while to check this one out.
We will see.
But that does conclude our list.
Yep. So, 3 hours, not too bad.
Yeah.
This is a very light season.
It is.
For being honest.
So, thank you everybody for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this look through the season's premieres. In terms of future stuff, tomorrow, not entirely sure what we're doing tomorrow. Maybe One Piece tier list. We'll see. Tuesday and Thursday, again, gaming stuff or tier list. And then next Saturday...
I don't know what we had planned for next Saturday.
We had a thing planned for next Saturday that we're not actually doing anymore, so we'll see. We might just take the weekend or that Saturday off, considering it's been a lot for us these past fucking 3 weeks.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's fine.
It would have been 3 straight weeks regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not 3 straight weeks, but we might have had a break between the wrap-up and the premiere stream, but yeah. It still would have been a lot. But again, thank you for watching. Please do give us a follow here on Twitch and all that YouTube stuff.
Like and subscribe if you've not already. Press that bell icon and don't forget to leave a comment down below.
And otherwise, hopefully we'll see you possibly tomorrow, possibly Tuesday. We'll see. Good night.
Later.
Bye-bye.